Hey, Michael. Hey, D. Hello, hello. How's it going, guys? I thought of something to do today, and that is to build my MCT. I thought I had this thing set right. Why is it upside down again? It's upside down to you guys, right? Morning, Wes. How you doing? All right, let's do that. For some reason, it's really zoomed in. Oh, I know why, because I have it zoomed in here. I gotta re-stretch this thing back to the appropriate size. There we go. All right. All right, boys. I just had to get that situated. Let me zoom in just a tad. Okay. Here we go. Audio's choppy. Uh-oh. Do I have to reboot and start this again? Okay, just closing everything out I don't need. And we'll see. Is it still choppy? This is kind of in the way. Testing, 1, 2. Is the audio choppy? How's the audio now? You gotta listen. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, I had muted it. How about now? Oops, I had muted it. How about now? I hear a scratchiness in it. Is there a scratchiness in it? Seems scratchy, like there was some scratchiness there. Well, I can, let me see if this will work. If I can reboot without the stream ending. want the audio to be crappy. Let me get feedback. Hold on. All right. Let me see if I can kick me out. And reboot my computer. If it kills it, I'll start it up again. Anyway, as long as I'm in here, I don't think it'll do it. So, so this is what we're working on here. The MCT-73 and all these wonderful parts. And let's just hope that I can solder these small little pieces here. I put my really narrow tip on there today, so I should be okay. But we'll see. I got a little energy drink here. But I just thought, why not stream it and share the frustration or the challenge or whatever, and not just myself. All right, let me log back in. One moment, folks. All right. Let me know how that is. That didn't take too long. All right, guys, let's do this. Let me get my lights on here. So for me to do this, I have to pull up Steve's temporary offline ham radio's video. It's just easier to follow him than it is to follow the instructions. So I should have, you shouldn't hear him, I don't think. Let's see, yeah, browser's off, so you shouldn't hear him. Oop, that's not what I wanted. So yeah, it's just, and the link for his video is in there if you guys haven't seen it. All right. Okay. Matching notch. I see it. Very cool. So these two are going to be there and there. All right. I wonder if that's really sticking. All right. Okay, thanks. Good. We're working. So let's do this. Let me turn on the soldering gun here, pen here. And I've never used this tack stuff. I'll move this out of the way. Have it right? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Do I have it right? Yeah. The diagram's here, so that's the side I put it on. I heard something, but I don't see it. Okay. All right. Be cool if I could have some Christmas music or something going in the background. I like what he does here is he does the two corners. And then that holds it. I may be having to take this long sleeve shirt off. And it looks like it's seated in right. So I shouldn't need this now. I may not get all this done today, guys. We'll see how long I go. If not, I can continue it later or tomorrow or something. All right, two simple ones. And these look the same. But one says U3, one says U4. I'm not a component person, so we're going to skip up here. Okay. I could have my, oh shoot, I didn't think about it. I could have the music I made from that website playing in the background, I guess. Regulator next. The funny thing is the more intricate the work, the more I shake. But the tighter I hold the pen, the more I shake as well. If I can hold the pen loosely, I shake less. All right. Never used those before, but T.O. uses it, so I'm going to use it. They look like they're seated in there pretty good. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. All right. It looks good. Now the fun part of soldering all of them. I think it was like another $75 if they built it for you. Maybe 50, I can't remember. Come on. This is the part that I was kind of not looking forward to. I should have my magnifying glasses on so that I can see, make sure they're all good soldered. I think those are good. Yeah. Well, it's a cool product, first of all. And of course, I was introduced to it, like I said in the description, with T.O. on his video a while back. And I like projects. Sometimes my mind puts too many projects on my plate. And then I don't get this one project and then finish this before I get another one. My mind is already thinking, if I see another project, I'm already thinking of the other project. And then I get it, and then I have another project laying around that's not being done. That's kind of the way I do things, I guess. I need to get things or even ideas like the Go Box. I think I mentioned this a few streams ago, the Go Box. I've got like 2 Go Boxes that I started and I never finished. So they're just pieces inside the box. One was kind of cool. It was all digital mode with a quad band VTech or something like that. One of those small 25 watt 4x4s or whatever, 25 by 25, whatever it's called. But that's one of the things I like, watching all the main YouTube guys that know how to do all this stuff. They find this stuff, and then I just watch them do it and follow their example. Yeah, I think I need my other magnifying lens to make sure these are all done. Okay, I don't see any cold solder spots. So let's move to the next one, which he says is a BT1 and 5-volt regulators. I mean, see all these numbers. He's throwing these numbers out. Yeah, that looks like a 75/19er regulator. And I look and just see the one that's the only one like that. And I'm like, that must be it. Must be going here. I'm going to guess. Oh, he's putting them all in first. Battery connector. Let's see what he's doing now, because this one isn't going to hold. The other one is. Okay, so he soldered them now. So let me solder those. I got to get my cutters. Hard to get that one in the middle. I'm blowing it. That one looks a little bit of a cold solder job on that one. That's better. All right. Thanks, Ziggy. Good to see you. Hold on, I need my snippers, my little wire cutters. All right. Something's not right with this hat. Maybe just the hat itself is not right. All right, I'm cutting this. No, that still doesn't. You know, the one thing I don't have, which I do want to get, is one of those little, what are they called? Sucks the solder out. I used to use those when I was a manager of an arcade. I did a lot of soldering on solenoids for pinball machines. And that thing that sucks the solder out was one of the coolest things. What's new, guys? What's going on? All right, we got those. That's the power adapter there. Only 32 pieces to go. Yeah, I don't think I'm finishing this today, guys. Okay. These, I know what those are.
Whoop, I missed it. What was that?
8 resistors. Five, 6. Eight resistors. I think I'm missing one thing. So I'm already 1/3 into his video, so. Which is resistors and the J4 right there. And turn on this, that. Okay. All right. This goes here. Whoops. Yeah, for me, it's just time. It's going to take time. I don't know what parts are. I mean, I know what a resistor is, a switch and stuff, but if you laid out resistors, I could probably tell resistors apart, but I wouldn't know what they are, right? I don't know the line codes or anything. I told myself I was going to go to the clinic again today, CVS, to just see if there's anything to get rid of this remaining tickle in my throat. Oh, Ziggy, I saw your message. I saw your message. I just didn't see your message. Okay, easy enough. Yeah, see, that's the thing is like, I know there's always a code to these. Do you know all the codes? Like if you look at a bunch of them with their lines, would you know what they are? I did get this, by the way. I told you I was getting the Ziggy. That came yesterday. So to try to test things like that little 9-to-1. So what do you do? You test a resistor before using every one of them? See, he speeds it up, so that helps me. Oh, you do? Wow. Okay. Oh, he is going to multimeter test them. I guess I'm measuring them, Ziggy. I didn't want to play Tio's audio in the background because I don't know how that kind of copyright works. Yeah, I guess that's what it means. I had it. I guess I took it out. Hold on. All right. Ow. Okay. So, man, you know what? I should have you in the StreamYard, Ziggy. Oh, let me get my, you know what? This has got to come off. It's just too hot. Let me go to, it should disappear. Let's see if it disappears. Nope. Yeah, hold on, Ziggy. Let me, I'll send it in Discord. There we go. All right. So, let's see. Yeah, it's itching. So I should get one. Come on. Okay. Ziggy's, you might have to guide me on that. Oh, I'm liking that temperature. So those are ones. I'm assuming that's a 1 kilo ohm. So there's 3 ohm. That's 10 ohm. Oh, I just confused them. So yeah, that one's got a little gold bar on it. I think this was the 10. All right, come on. Why is it all over the place? That was 10. I gotta look again. There should be one more 10. I think this is the other 10. $470, whatever that is. $1.1. I had the manual up too, but when I rebooted, I lost it. Oh man, I'm really hot already with this shirt. There he is. Hey, Ziggy.
Hey, buddy. Oh, I forgot I had a microphone. How's that?
I hear you.
All right. Sounds great, man.
All right. So, 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay, so I had the 470. Where was that 470? I need to mark them, don't I?
Yeah, a little piece of tape would go a long way.
I should have left those pieces of tape on.
Or you could just kind of punch it through a piece of paper, right there on the piece of paper.
Or should I punch it in, or should I slide it into the board as I test them?
That would be smart, wouldn't it? We wouldn't have any
Okay,
questions that way.
One 470. I think this was the 470. Yeah, this is the 10 for sure because I moved it out of the way. Yeah, that's the 10. All right. The 10 is R2, R5, which means I'm supposed to have 2 of them. Did I miss one over here? What's this black one?
A diode?
Is that what that is?
Maybe. It's got, yep, looks like a diode.
Okay, has a D on it, I think, or an O. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so I need. Oh yeah, it says right there the Schottky diode.
Schottky.
It's the only one that looks different. This one does have the bars on it. It shows all the markings on the actual manual. Brown, black, black, red, brown. Yeah, I can't hardly even tell. Brown, black, black, red, brown. Brown, black, black, red, brown, brown. Yeah, those are all ones. It's hard to tell because the brown looks red.
Brown, black, black, red, brown.
Yeah, this one is the one. See, the 470 has a gold thing on the end. That's this one right here. Little
Gold's
gold
gonna
stripe.
be your 5% tolerance.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
So it says 470 ohm, 1/4 W, 1% resistor.
Has a gold or yellow. Sorry,
That's probably yellow. Here. The 10 ohm has gold.
So let me just test this one just to make sure. This should be 470. Yeah. I don't know why this thing acts like that, but
So the brown, black, black, red is a 10K ohm. Is that
Brown, black, black, red.
gold.
Brown, black, black, red, gold.
Here's the 470. Yeah,
That's
this
a-
one.
That's a 10K ohm with a 5% tolerance.
Boop.
Brown, black, black, red, gold.
Okay, that's this one.
Should be lots of zeros.
10.2.
Nice.
Okay. So we got the 10 on that side, the 470 on this side,
And then it's supposed to be 3 1K.
oh wait, it says two. This is two 10Ks. These are all. The 10K has a gold stripe. Am I missing one? The 10K has that gold, and I don't see any more over here. That ain't right.
Is there one just below the cover there to the left?
That's the 470.
Okay.
This is the 10.
Yeah.
And these are 1 and 1.2s. I got to separate those. I didn't realize it was that close. Let me look at the box.
Don't look behind the green screen.
Yeah. Pay no attention to the man digging through the box of other things. No, there's nothing. That means I'm missing one, or else they put the wrong one in here. Unless I test each one, none of these have the gold that look like that one.
And it says times 2, 10K ohm.
Okay, well, let's find the 1.2. We'll get that one separated.
Hopefully, if we use all the pieces, we'll find the missing piece
Yeah.
last.
That's
But
the
you have that.
1.2.
You've got that wonderful lifetime supply of resistors now. So if you need
That's
10K,
true.
you've got
I
that
wonder
on tap.
I wonder if those will work.
Oh, absolutely.
Are they the same, like type and all that?
The only thing that's going to be a difference is the watt rating and the tolerance of the value. So this is all very
Yeah, let's
low
see.
current stuff. I have 2 watt with a 1% tolerance. That's great. Those are some nice resistors.
So 10K ohm. Let's see. Where's the 10K? Oh, right here. Okay. 4. Third ring.
You get all 4 of them.
Is there 4? Yeah.
I don't.
Or 16? I don't know. There's so, look at this. There's so many.
Oh, I see why. Because they're big honking resistors. They're 2 watters.
Yeah, these are 2 watt. I saw the 1/4 watt and I wasn't sure, and I thought, well, shoot, I don't want to fry anything, so
Bigger's better.
I just bought the bigger ones because I bought them right to test that. We were talking about testing that balun,
Yeah.
and I thought, you know what, it's not going to hurt having a little more power capability than less.
You've sent me down this rabbit hole on that damn balun, and now I have to go buy one.
You still haven't bought one?
Yeah, right. I need to trying to take care of some December bills here.
Oh,
before I
okay.
can play too much radio, but yeah, I've got to have one now. The schematic that I think it was Darklight posted it.
Mhm.
I was staring at it, And at about 30 seconds into staring at it, on the right-hand side, on the output,
Yeah.
it says in English, it says 2 dipole. And I was like, oh, well, there it is.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah, like,
Well, on one of them, it said, it just says long wire.
that's weird.
I looked at a bunch of different ones because when you were asking about the frequency, I thought it said 60 to 160. So I went and looked at a bunch of different ones, the same product, different sellers. I swear I saw one that said long wire.
Oh, yeah. What did we see? What did I share with you yesterday? What was it? The random band. What did it say?
Random. Oh shoot, I can't remember.
The frequency band. That's
The
what
frequency
it said.
band, yeah.
It said ideal for the frequency band.
Yeah. So once I find the ARL band plan for the frequency bands, we'll be good to go.
Tio and I, we were just talking about that this morning about the ISM band, how it's pretty lawless.
Well, that's not good. I think no.
Oh no!
You've got to be kidding me. Oh my
There.
gosh. My voltmeter battery just died.
You know, I thought it was a little hard to read that display.
Maybe that's why it's all freaking out. The battery's in the other room. Hold on.
All right.
It's probably double A's. All right, be right back.
This is hello, everybody. Go ahead and make sure to like and subscribe to Prep Ham Paul. Let's get him past that 3,000 subscriber mark this morning. Yeah, 45. I told the little boy that he can be on camera as much as he wants this morning, and he's nowhere to be found, right? Oh, 45's got it figured out.
See, if I had everything on my workbench in the garage, then I wouldn't be running around. But
Don't you hate that? You got like 3 sets of tools,
Yep.
you know, and you're never around one of them.
well, and usually in Texas, the garage isn't a pleasant place to do anything.
Oh, Lord. I mean, I live in Florida, so I might feel some of that.
Yeah, it's the
that
same,
pain.
basically. Yeah.
I told the missus, we're looking at houses. I said, I don't care what it is, because I'm not going to live in the house. I
Yeah.
want a garage. And we found this place, and it had a garage, but they've converted it into like 2 rooms
Yeah.
instead, which is,
Sounds good to me.
I mean, it's, yeah, but the garage door doesn't function anymore.
Yeah.
So is it a garage at that point? Not really. It's just kind of a very uninsulated and damp kind of room that needs constant airflow.
Well, I bought a split AC.
A mini split.
Yeah, or mini split. Yeah. So it's sitting out there because it's cool out there. I'm not too much in a rush to get it installed. But yeah, I'll install that. It's a heater AC. What the heck is going on with this thing? So once I get that in there, I can keep it, a decent temperature all the time.
They call that style of air conditioner that has a reversing valve. They call that a heat pump.
Oh, is that what's on that? That's what's in the unit?
It just has the ability to pump the gas in either direction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they just call it a heat pump.
I always wondered about that because I would read and it would talk about heat pump on the AC. I'm like, what heat pump? It's an AC.
Yeah. You can have cold air inside or outside the house.
Well, I'm not sure why this stupid battery thing won't come out.
I like what 45 said. You should use your voltmeter to check the voltmeter battery.
Is this whole thing coming out? It's got 2 different places with screws. I'm going to end up breaking it.
It should not be.
You think it would just pop out or slide out?
Oh, I mean, they should fall out.
Yeah, the screw.
Like when you don't want them to.
Yeah. I just don't get this thing. And I know if I pull harder, it's probably just going to snap. There we go. Oh, look.
Oh,
really?
Man. What in the shit is that?
Really? Nice.
Can I have that money spent back into a better multimeter processor?
Gosh, that is ridiculous. And look, it's a 9 volts, and I got to go back and get another battery.
Those should be outlawed, along with AAAs. AAAs and 9 volts got to go.
These are only useful as kids when you tell your younger sibling to stick it on your tongue because they don't know what's going to happen. Don't you start chirping. I'm screaming. And of course, the bird's going to start chirping now that my son's awake and playing with the dog. Oops, something's burning.
Uh-oh.
That's not good. About caught the house on fire with that soldering pan.
I have a Wise plug, and it is behind my soldering iron because I went to Hamcation last year, and when I came back, my 80-watt soldering iron had been on for those 3 days.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that could have been my house.
Well, I don't know. Can you see where it's? Oh, you can't see it. It moved and was burning this, which was 3 inches away from the cloth green screen hanging next to it. Not a very good setup.
So now that I grew up and I put a Wise plug on my soldering iron, it doesn't matter where I am. I can look at my phone and know that my soldering iron, if it is on or if it is off, I can turn it off.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was that was a hard pill to swallow that I had to basically protect myself from myself. I am known to put the bolts on things that don't want it.
This may not go very far unless I go off of the color bars.
We might have to go microscoping.
Yeah, what is going on here?
She won't even wake up, huh? Maybe that little.
One more 9 volt in the pack left, so we'll try it.
Hold on. Okay. I was gonna say maybe closing the battery compartment might turn it back on. You know, one thing that I don't want to go Wi-Fi, I mean, one thing that I really want is I want a wireless USB extender that does not go over Wi-Fi. Like I want a direct RF link because I want to be able to use my radio digitally.
Now, why do I think, as a prepared-minded person, I only have one pack of 9 volts. Ta-da!
Get out of here.
That's right, man.
That's got to be like $40 in batteries.
You got to love Costco. All right, let's move this over here. They're Duracells, so they should work, right? According to the ads. They can be in the closet for 12 years. There we go.
Hey.
I'm not going to put that back on.
Yeah, throw that thing away.
Okay. Red. Where's the black? Man, I was getting afraid I wasn't going to be able to do this. Well, I would have just I would have just done the colored stripes, just seeing what happens. Okay, where are we? Ohms. Okay, this is the 1.2, this is the 470, this was the 10. I have a 10, you know what I was saying? I needed 2 10s.
Yeah.
One's 10 ohm, one's 10 kilo.
Ah.
Wait. Yeah, 10 and a 10K.
Oh, good. Good news.
So here's 10,
All right.
which means one of these is going to be different than the rest. Let's see if I can guess first.
Do you got the CW bug there, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had it there for a little bit.
Oh, wait. Where?
No. It's a figure of speech. Like, are you
Like me.
trying to swing into?
I wanted to start this year, but I didn't. I joined the Long Island Club after. Whose stream were they on? Maybe Josh or T.O. I can't remember now. And it was shortly after that I bought this. I thought this is a good thing to help, but I still haven't. I've been in the Long Island Club for however long, and I still haven't done a single class.
Now, that being said, I have made all of one CW contact, and bless this gentleman's heart, because he stuck it out with me until the very end. And I'm talking about, it probably took almost 15 minutes for us to have a QSO.
That's funny.
But I knew he was sticking it out. Like, this guy was gonna hang in there with me, because I let him know, that you're my first ever CW contact. So
that's good.
I made it a point to get that through to him so that he wouldn't abandon me. Because the number of time I went ... like was countless.
Well, the only CW contacts I've made have been contests, and that's because I have it keyed into my little keypad thing.
Oh, okay.
On the 101.
You got the auto gangster.
Yeah. Why does it do that? Is it just a bad? Do I just have a cheap voltmeter or something?
I can't see this. The chats on top of your monitor. Your
meter. It just keeps. Back and forth there. So it's a 10.
Can we see what the resistance of the wires are together? Just touch the two test points together. What's it
zeros?
saying?
Oh, whoops. Here.
No. Don't leave it where it's comfortable for you.
That's good. Zeros. Well, it was zeros. Look, it's there. It's freaking out. Am I got a loose wire or something?
It's the socket on the multimeter. I bet you. You got to kind of inspect those and make sure that they're tight in there. Sometimes I just wiggle them a lot.
Let me blow it out like a Nintendo.
Yeah.
That'll fix it.
Janky test leads. 8 made a whole video on that.
I mean, I never buy the nicest one, but I try to buy one that's at least like budget in the middle somewhere. Okay, that's a 10. Whoop, see, it's still doing it.
That might just be rolling around on the desk.
I'm going to say this is a 10.
Hey, there's a 10. That looks proper.
Okay, now, but look at this. Oh, I keep moving it.
Move the chat to the other side of the screen, maybe? That's that easy to do?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Just because you're right-handed?
Oh, wait, where was the decimal on the other one? So this is, wait.
That looks like 10 ohms, and that looks like...
Oh, this is the 10K, right?
Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. Yeah, 2 past the decimal.
Okay. Let me mark this down.
I could be wrong.
I think I just noticed that the decimals are in a different spot. I thought, they're two tens, but they're different.
Let's verify with colors. What color? What colors you got?
Yeah. So the 10 has the gold stripe. The 10K does not.
So that would be brown, black, red.
There's this one. Brown, black, blue, red. I can't tell. If I look at the paper up here, it shows, it's 2 blacks, not a blue. Brown, black, red, brown is a 10K.
Brown. Okay.
Brown, black, gold, brown is the 10. So that's the 10. That's the 10K. 470. 1, 2.
Okay.
All right. We'll double check this one. I know the gold one is the 10K. That's the 10K.
That gold might be a yellow if it's in the fourth spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the 10 ohm. Is that yellow, not gold?
Yeah,
Is yellow darker than gold on the schematics? Because I see one yellow.
Gold is darker than yellow.
Okay. I think that's a gold. This one here is yellow, the 470.
We got to nail this the first time because that is a massive value swing.
All right, this one.
That's 10.
That's the 10K, right? Because I needed two of those.
No, I see a decimal.
9.98.
Well, also on the right-hand side, there should be like a K symbol.
Oh, yeah. It said K over here.
There you go.
Yeah, it's the same color code as those. So there's the two 10K, and these are the three 1Ks. 1.2. Okay. And then this is the diode. 1 amp, 20 volt, shoddy diode.
Schottky.
Oh, is it shoddy? Scotty?
Schottky.
Schottky. Oh, I didn't even see the K there.
Yeah.
All right. Man, that only took 45 minutes.
Well,
Okay, so, I guess I need to see where they go. Talk to me, T.O. Actually, the paper probably shows it schematic easier, right? Let's see.
Is that T.O. talking through the...
Yeah, could you hear him?
I mean, I detected that it was him, but I couldn't make him out.
Here, I can do this. Yeah, I just have his video. I was watching his video. You should hear him now.
The silk screen.
I think it's easier for me just to look at this. Here, show you. So, right there. Whoop. Maybe that's easier to look at that. And then I can put them all. Oh wait, where's the numbers to the resistors? Numbers to resistors. Doesn't even tell me. Should it have a page that says this resistor goes to this?
I'm trying to pull it up too so I can follow along with these install directions.
Yeah, it doesn't say the ISP header J4 is used to flag blah, blah. Install the ISP header, resistors, and diode. It just says, I guess I gotta go back up. I gotta look at the other page too. So I'm gonna have to go back and forth. So all right, the 470 is R1. That's all I need to do. I'll just look at that page.
Hey, there's my monitor.
I'll get it down eventually. 470 is R1.
MCTs.
And I'm hoping these just hold in. And here's R1 here. Doesn't matter which way, right?
No.
Okay. And then the 10K is R2, R5. I had one of my good friends growing up was he's electrical engineer. He's worked for Raytheon and I think SpaceX, maybe Boeing. This is the kind of stuff he was doing when we were in high school. Shout out to Leon. R5, R2, R5. Come on. Here, I'll take it off of this now. Let me go back to Project Cam. All right, R5. I thought my older boy would be into this kind of stuff. He's like 99 percentile math and science since 5th grade or 6th grade. But I can't get him into ham radio. I can't get him into any of this. R5.
If you get him and his friend a couple of Meshtastics, I guarantee you that'll set him off.
Well, I've got him. I don't know if, but his friend
but
has to have it, yeah.
They've got to be theirs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, got it. All right, R2, R5. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. The 1 point, oh wait, there was a 1.2. Oh yeah, it's this one. This one's R6.
It's funny how R6 is not next to R5.
Yeah, it's all
What is that?
like 1, 2, 4. I don't even see a 3.
That's so weird.
There is no 3. 5. I don't know. I don't know how that stuff. Oh, here's 3 right here. Which one was this? 6. Yeah, where is the 6?
Next to wait a minute. 6 is all the way to the left.
Oh, got it. Come on.
Oh, I hate getting diode orientation correct.
Oh my gosh, come on. Why does this feel like it's more narrow than the others? These holes. Winter vacation. Yeah, the holes on this one are more narrow. It's not going down as far as the others. It's kind of weird. Oh, because that's C6. You're right, all the way to the left. I didn't go far enough over. You said there's some kind of tool, too, that bends these perfectly or something?
Who, me? No.
No, T.O. was saying some kind of tool
Oh, really?
that supposedly bends them just perfect.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure somebody's got a nice little former for that spacing.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to go with that tool, like the tool of my fingers.
Yeah. I like it when they put the spacing real close together and they expect you to stand the component upwards, because that makes, you know what I mean? You just bend one leg 180 degrees over and you're done.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, buddy.
What do we got left here? R7 is the 10.
So good. His feet are not going to hurt you. Hey, will you put the dog on the run?
It's the 10. See, there's a whole bunch of us that do, DIY stuff like with kits, but then there's all the others, like maybe even you, that can actually come up with these ideas like, oh, I'm going to make this kit. This is what I need. I need these resistors. I need this diode. That's the genius behind all these things.
I really want to make basically 6 different common mode current choke kits. Basically 3 for QRP and 3 for 100 water redos or whatever. But anyway, the bands, right? So like the lower, the mid, and the high band focus on the common mode or on the choking. And I was trying to think, we all have antennas, but there's one thing that we need just about for every antenna, and that is a choke. So, I was just trying to think. Everybody needs chokes, and at least more than one. So that would probably be a big hit.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
Because the chokes I bought weren't cheap. Chameleon and Palomar.
Oh my, yeah, those are $100 chokes.
Yep. Yeah, so I've got them running through. I got one at the radio here, and then one at the panel that comes into the house. But yeah, I should have just made them.
Yeah, I think I'm taking down this fan dipole that I made today. Yeah, I'm over it.
What was the? Let's see. Is that the one you showed? The two element one?
Yeah, the one that's damn near, perfect.
I can't find 8.
8 is at the very top on the left.
What was the one? One of those guys showed. I have to go back and look at the video. Maybe it was a doublet. He was going. He was everywhere. He was his Whisper or whatever. He was in Africa. He was everywhere.
I think that was. I don't know if that was the winner.
Oh, I didn't even see. Did you guys figure it out?
Yeah. So I had to employ a random person to make to make the judging.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So Paul took it. I got to ship out his trophy today. But this is crazy. I in between OBS and running StreamYard and trying to stay on topic and all these other things, I missed the whole part where Paul told me that his antenna for the antenna challenge was inside of his house the entire time.
Really?
Yeah, he strung it from one side of his living room to the other.
I wonder if that's the one I'm thinking of. And
I remember him talking about how he couldn't change the orientation of the house.
Oh, I did remember him saying that.
And I was like, well, maybe he's talking about like the house is like in the way of where he's trying to, like he's confined to an area in his yard or something. But no, he was RFing in his living room.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, that's great.
I remember him saying that about I can't change the direction of my house.
Yeah, I did not pick up that he was.
That's hilarious.
Radioactive in the living room there, and he got all over. Yeah.
So that's probably the one then, because his Whisper, whatever it was he did, it was literally everywhere. I'm like, how the heck?
Right.
I've got that Hustler. Again, it's like however many, probably $300 antenna these days, and I'm not getting out like that.
Somebody gave me one of those Hustlers, and then I gave it away shortly thereafter.
Yeah. I mean, it's good for what it does.
Oh yeah, no, and it's a pretty antenna, especially when you're, when looks are.
I can keep it up with the flag on it, in an HOA. No one's going to say anything.
Right.
But, and I actually get 6 and 17 on it now. I cut the tube on the 40-meter element.
Oh, okay.
2 inches. I couldn't get 40 below 2.4.
That's hot.
And I had to make it shorter. So I'm like, I can't go any shorter. And, unless I go all the way down and shorten every single one, I said, I'm not going to do that. I already got the other 4 bands tuned. So I thought, well, if I need it shorter, why don't I just cut it? So I cut an inch. It got closer. I cut another inch, and it's down to like 1.6. So I put, I put a cross cut through it so it kind of expand the tube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
just hose clamped it back on and everything. Well, 80-meter resonator is a very narrow band, but all the other ones are like 1.7 or better on the antenna.
Fine. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Don't screw with it unless you got the itch. Yeah, that's totally workable.
But I'm wondering if it's because I cut that part of the element. If that's why I get 6 and 17, I don't know. It's weird. Maybe everyone gets 6 and 17. So it's basically like a 6 or 8 BTV, not a 6 BTV. That one's not really going in well.
Boys playing hooky today.
Oh, that's what I was wondering. I figured maybe it was Christmas break or something.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's been sick.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
AKA he's in public school.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, ours were until that older one in 7th grade. They had him test on the SATs, him and like 18 or 19 other kids tested. And, they put him in the top, like I said, the 99 percentile in 7th grade taking the SAT. And so we sat down and counseled with the teachers, and I was asking them, because they were trying to basically say, I substituted. So I know, they can't just come out and say things like, oh, your son's got ADD. So,
that's what they told my mom back in the day.
Oh, well, yeah. Now they can't just come out and say it because it's a medical diagnosis.
Sure, yeah.
But I could tell what they were kind of hinting at. They're like, oh, well, he kind of daydreams and, he doesn't really pay attention. And, well, this was after all that testing. And I said, you guys realize he's already doing algebra and geometry. He's probably bored.
Bored out of his mind.
I said, do you have, not to mention that our school system wasn't made for boys because boys can't sit still.
No.
I said, do you have programs? Do you have, where kids that excel in certain areas? Do you have classes and things that they can do extracurricular? And this is what her answer was. And this is what made me decide to homeschool. She said, no, well, when we do that, it makes the rest of the kids feel left out.
Oh, it's everybody else in the fields.
Yep. So I said, so you're going to hold people back that could potentially go in English or math or science or whatever area, it doesn't matter. Instead of just creating some kind of just daily program to kind of push them, it doesn't affect the others, but yeah, I was like, yeah, okay, bye.
So you'll love this, right? I like to play role-playing games on Nintendo or whatever.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of reading involved. And Ryan, I would prop him, on my lap or whatever and get my gaming hours on as he, was young. What I didn't realize what he was doing is that he was following along with the words because the words would scroll.
Oh, yeah.
But this one particular game, whenever there were cut scenes, obviously throughout the game, there's a lot of reading involved, but the cut scenes in particular, when the actor was talking, the words that he was saying would illuminate in the closed caption area.
Yeah.
And Ryan one day, sitting in my lap, we're playing Zelda, and then he just started reading me what was on the screen, and I looked down and I thought I was dreaming.
That's crazy.
So he started kindergarten at a 5th grade reading level.
Yeah, and then what do they expect him to do? Sit there and be interested?
No,
in 1st grade English.
Yeah, he's in the Smart Kid program, and he's straight A's, and he never gets homework. And my son comes home, and it looks like he's watched the same movie 10 times in a row. He's just zonked out.
Well, now that school district, which is a good school district, now they have STEM schools and all this other stuff. They didn't then.
Yeah, my little county's not going to catch up to that anytime soon. So it's either I remain in the financial slum that I'm in, and homeschool my kids, or eventually I've got to go and get something consistent, because I can only work on the days that she doesn't, because she's a nurse and she's got 12-hour shifts. So it's either she works or I work. And on top of that, she's a nurse, so they change their schedule like at the drop of a hat all the time. So real tough. Nobody told me about this. Might have reconsidered.
Well, the cool thing about homeschooling is it's just getting better and better. Like the resources. I mean, even MIT, you can do courses from MIT. He did a what was it? This was after he graduated. He did, I can't think of the programming language. Not C++.
What Java was it?
No, what's one starts with a V? I think. No, not I can't remember. Python, not a V, a P. Python.
So close.
Jeez. I was thinking Viper.
Right. Yeah, I
It's
see where you're
another
going
snake.
there.
And so, yeah, he did a certificate course on, I think it was MIT or Harvard. I can't. Like all the big schools have coursework now that you can get certificates and stuff in online, and then it's a way for them to find, students in the homeschooling realms, and potentially get like high performing students in their school. But they all do. MIT, Harvard, they've all the Ivy League. They've got online certificates now that anybody can do.
I had to take a screenshot of this this meme, not a meme, but true statement. Some young woman named Katie said, "My friend got a degree in Egyptology and can't get a job anywhere. So he's paying more money to get a PhD so that he can work teaching other people Egyptology."
Oh yeah.
And so in this case, college is literally the foundational pyramid scheme.
Oh yeah, definitely. Do you think it's worth, or should I be soldering the other side as well?
I mean, I would. So when you flip it over, right?
Yeah, there's some I can see the solder through, but some I don't.
I do not worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, because you basically have two chances to land that pad on the top side and the bottom side.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it good. Yeah, it's as much as I love school, and when I went back, I went back at the age of 40.
I would love to go back to school.
I loved it so much better. I was a 4.0 student. I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it when I was 20. I was just doing it because I thought I needed to.
Right. So I went to electrician school for free.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I don't know why it was free.
Yeah, I think it's good.
It was my grades. That's why college was free.
That's nice.
I can't believe I forgot.
You forgot you were smart.
I forgot. One thing that made me really excel in electrician school was that these kids, they would get stumped all the time on the math. Like they knew the practical and you know how to make it look right, but they would always get stumped on the math, and I was the complete opposite. And I would actually stay after class and help these 2 or 3 kids that were struggling. And I came up with like the most wonderful thing, because I've always done this myself and I've never really told anybody, but I would tell them, just go ahead and do the math, both ways. You're either going to divide or multiply these 2 numbers. Go ahead and do both, and then look at which answer looks correct.
Yeah.
And then after that, everybody's grade shut up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm guessing with the diode, the direction does matter because they've got a line on one side.
So that diode, as you're holding that board, rotate that board clockwise 90 degrees. Your other clockwise.
It's got a line on it. It shows.
Should be pointing down. Correct. Perfect.
Okay. I should have put that one in too. Yeah, I enjoy this. I do. I haven't been able to get into it as much lately, just because besides work, this channel's taken up more time than I was planning. But I do. My son he does his own business of designing and commissioning 3D art from 2D art for figures, like for tabletop games.
That's pretty serious stuff there.
Yeah, so he just finished a second commission for Slugfest Games. He made the characters for their board games.
Oh, wow.
And then he has people with memberships that, they pay however much a month for however many they want of his own creations. And then I think like $50 a month, and you can 3D print and sell his IP. And man, that one went in nicely. So I'm subbed to him just to support him, but I'm one of his subs. He's like, you don't have to sub for me, Dad. You can do whatever you want. I said, well, no, I'm going to support you, just like anybody. And so I'm going to probably start printing his characters and selling them on Etsy because he doesn't do that. And I says, there are people that don't have 3D printers that would love these characters. He's done a couple Kickstarters to help like Lanai, the fires, and all the proceeds. He worked with his friend who does 2D art, and he converted them to 3D art, and they were little critters like a Maui turtle or a hammerhead shark, and they were kind of Hawaii themed. And I think he raised, $1,000 or $1,800 or something, but
Wow.
So he does that kind of stuff. And that was the one that you worry about, right? The artist. That's the one you always, my other son's IT. He's got a job at a hospital, full benefits. And then, I never wanted to discourage him. I want him to do what makes him happy. And then I just hope that it makes enough money. And he's done well, running his own business, doing that. So I was kind of worried for nothing. But okay, diodes in. That one actually, oh man, that was one of my best soldering jobs ever.
That's great.
I like diodes if that's how they always turn out.
It might be a little bit thicker leg on the
Oh,
diode.
is it?
Might be. That might have been.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, let's see if we can. Wait, where'd the switches go?
Which is well, that's simple right there.
You have that pulled up already? Oh, you've got it on yours. Okay. Oh, was that? Did I go too far? Thank you. No. You're further down, I think, right?
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Okay, I got that in. Oh wait, I need that turn. What's this called?
Rheostat,
The
potentiometer.
one that turns.
Yeah,
Potentiometer?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really starting to like this stuff. How the schematics work, man. Everything is so easy. The way it's printed on here. Except that's not going in the holes very good.
Have you ever seen the very point when like a circuit board designer hits the magic button and then the computer like relays out like the whole thing?
Like prints it basically?
Well, so these circuit board designers, they kind of work in a 3D kind of state of mind. This needs to be connected to here and this needs to be connected. I don't care if, how it gets there. And then the computer then, has to flatten that out into a plane.
So it figures out the paths.
Right, yeah. And what's great about that is that it can do it like thousands of different ways. And there's actually guys that take it a step further and make it a point that their circuit board layouts look, unbelievable. Like how did you put all this over here when it's actually all over there?
Yeah, that's funny. It's probably that could be like an addiction, like.
Mm-hmm, yeah. So it's a niche within a hobby. That's actually what's going on with my why I purchased the solar inverter that I did, because it's a German company. They're really big in the solar farm industry, but how they present their inverter quality to you is that they show you an X-ray of the unit, and you can see the PCB in the X-ray, and it is symmetrical. Everything about it is beautiful and symmetrical. And it looks like it's not really the product that you're buying, but it is. But they did all their own in-house work. But unfortunately, they have since sold to China. So SMA is no longer SMA is no longer a China company or a German company. Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
I know, because I wanted to buy the companion, but I don't think I can track down a clone.
Oh yeah,
or a sister or a brother to what I've got.
I just wonder though, like when companies do that, we always bash China for the quality, right?
So yes,
I mean, we all do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Japan, look at the stuff they still make a lot of their products, Japan products, they still make in Japan because they even know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's quality control. I don't know if it's pride in the work. I have no idea. I don't know anything about China. But you'd think that they could take, this established company with this quality product, let's just take these same machineries and duplicate what they're doing. And you'd think it would be the same quality. But evidently not.
I love getting on eBay and finding something that I like and then finding all the clones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's real common in the small electronics world.
I found I think it was AliExpress. The chameleon whip. It's got the military whip, the green, like a tent pole whip.
Okay, yeah.
Vertical. Mm-hmm. And there's a thin whip that comes with it, and you get the extension. It's a thicker tube, and then the mill whip goes on top of that. That mill whip is $100. I found it on AliExpress. It was the exact same picture. I said, it has to be the same thing. It was like $35.
Did you get it?
So, yeah, I already had one, but I thought, what, $35, I'll buy a second one.
Right.
It is exactly the same thing. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Probably has the same tooling marks.
Remove the space. I don't know what that is. I'm seeing something on Twitch. Okay. We're running down. We're running out of holes here, so I think we're getting closer. I got to go back up and see. I wish that they would put next to this image, like on this page, I wish they would just put the parts that are going here, put their images here, not at the very top of the document.
Right. Like Lego instructions.
Exactly. And then I could look at this and go, oh, these 7 pieces. I mean, I could probably figure it out, but I'm going to have to go back to the top and make sure. I'm going to guess it's these 3 blues, 2 blues, 2 blacks. But these blues could be different, right? Let me go back to my project. Oh, wait, I didn't do the buttons. Wasn't I supposed to do the buttons? No, I guess not. Tio had me pulling the buttons out. All right, doot. It says speaker. That screws I don't need. We got these. I think we're getting close.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're going to be using 2 of these blues. And they look black. No, we got 3 black. But this is not. Let me go back to the top. It is. Oh, yes. That's weird. I'm only supposed to have 2 blue colored. I'm supposed to have 2 blue and then 2 different black capacitors, but not 3 blue. I wonder if it's just blue and it's still a 33 UF. I guess I have to test them again, huh?
Testing capacitors is always a pain.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's a capacitor test? What do I need to do here?
Well,
Ohm is easy.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I usually go by the.
Do I have to go by the codes?
I just go by what's printed on them.
Okay, I can actually read it. Because I have a feeling one of these blues is probably the black. So there's a 10 UF and a 0.33 UF.
Oh, those should be easily distinguishable.
10. And these are both 47s. Okay, so that's the 2 blue. Yeah, so the image shows 2 of these blacks, but it's actually a blue and a black for some reason. 33.
Did you get caught right in the middle of a product manufacturer changeover on the kit building?
I guess. I thought it was all about color schemes. I guess that's just resistors.
And they really have the same value, huh?
No. It's 30.33 and 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. The instructions had it both.
But the instructions show these are both supposed to be black. and then 2 blue. So that's all right. So we've got, this is the 0.33 is C2, C5, C8, and then these are C1 and C3. Okay. I do love this rubber mat too. I've seen a lot of YouTubers with using this. It must be the go-to for people that do soldering.
Whatever it is, I'm going to destroy it.
I've never tested like, I don't know. It's not, there's no smoke. It's probably just emitting a toxic fume that will cause a tumor in my left sinus cavity. All right. So now I'm going to scroll back down. Yeah. See, Legos has one up on these guys. I was thinking of getting a big Legos kit for my grandkids. All right.
So I've got all my Legos since I was, in the single.
Don't say that. I don't.
Oh, sorry, man.
I have my marbles though.
All right. Well, I've got one for you since you got rid of your Legos. I got rid of my my Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh, geez. I still have my Sega Genesis.
I still haven't been able to emotionally recover from that as an adult. But I do have a tiny NES, which is all new hardware.
Yeah.
But they actually steal the CPU and PPU out of original.
Really?
Yeah. So it's the
Huh.
it's a true blue. It's just on new board.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they put it into a different little enclosure and all this. So anyway, it's a beautiful, and then they fix a lot of things. So it's a beautiful, perfect image. And then on top of that, I've got the actual cartridge EverDrive. So I've got all the games on the perfect Nintendo, and it still will not fill the hole.
No.
Nope. Won't fix it.
Because I've seen the Atari 2600 come out like that. There's a Commodore, there's a C64 build you can get.
Yeah,
it's just a smaller little version of the keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
I've thought about getting it, but that was my first computer. I bought it at the store called Montgomery Ward, which no longer exists. But okay, Ziggy, on this is my guess on this one with this white on the sticker. Wait, which screen am I on? Oh,
so white
is going to go white, the direction of the white.
White is going to indicate the negative, and on the side of the capacitor,
so that's positive.
On the side of the capacitor, the negative is denoted by the.
I see it.
The asymmetry. Yes,
it's even got 2 negative signs there.
Excellent. So that short leg should fire downward.
All right, easy enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is C8, correct?
That's C8.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got C5, which is the 10. And this is the -2, right? The white? Yeah, I guess those are negative signs. Okay, and that's C5. So it looks like all of these have a negative side on capacitors, right?
Oh, I see what they've done with the instructions here. Okay, so oh wow, it actually won't let me zoom in anymore. But
I can see it.
Do you see the dash?
Yeah.
Yeah, so both of these are going to fire to the left.
Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the white on the schematic, white is negative, I guess.
Yep.
Is that what that marks with?
Yep.
All right, that's easy enough. And then I can just look at the length of the leg, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you look at the cap from the top, you can still see the gray pointing to the left. And that's what they're doing here in this picture.
Got it. Okay, this was the C2. C2, that one actually goes to the right.
Yeah, C2 fires to the right.
Okay. And these are in the middle, both going left. Uh-oh.
Don't start.
It's starting.
Uh-oh.
Yesterday, for the most part, I didn't cough all day until I started going to bed. And then I got bad. I told myself I was going to go to the CVS place just to see if there's something I can take.
I took the boy to his primary yesterday. And she comes back. She said, well, everything is negative. She says there's something that's going around that, an antibiotic won't touch. And I said, okay. I said, so can I get a steroid? And she looked at me like I was crazy. And I was like, well, I expect results out of you. And she goes, no, here's a script for an antibiotic. And I looked at her and I'm like, is this really healthcare?
Wow.
She just told me that.
She just told you.
Yeah. And then she still wrote me a script for amoxicillin.
Wow.
I looked at her.
I'd like to be able to beat it without taking them. And like my sinus is pretty much clear, everything. It's just that tickle in my throat. It's just lingering.
Is that spray you were hitting the other day on stream?
Oh, man, that chloroseptic.
Is that what that was?
That's just chloroseptic, man. It's like immediate soothing. If you're coughing, you spray that in, it immediately stops the cough.
It was the device looked so small. I thought you were like addicted to like breath freshener or something. Yeah,
you probably could. I don't know. You probably could get addicted to something like that.
Oh, easily.
I didn't like how these things were dropping down, so I'm putting this putty here. Okay. I think we're good. Was it just those? Yeah. Hopefully no one's expecting this to be totally quick and completed today. I thought I'd share the experience.
That's the most kind thing that you can do, someone told me. Even if you fail miserably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, T.O. makes it easy. I watch his stuff. He makes it look easy. Sorry, I said that wrong.
T.O. is a one-man production corporation.
Yeah, and I swear every 10 minutes, Frank Wilderness is popping up a message in Discord, his that bot. Oh, temporary left Ryan, coffee and hammer. That's like a video every day, every 5 minutes. I'm like, how are they putting out so many videos?
It's priority number one, man.
I guess. I still think it was funny that Chuck comes out with that video on making your own antennas. I'm like, dude, I just bought your Poseidon. Don't put this video out now.
I kind of thought the same thing. I was like, is this a response to my antenna challenge that's going on? Currently?
Oh, that could be, yeah. That's funny. Well, I was looking at places to stay. I might do Hamcation. I found one of those nice little villas where it's basically just a room.
Okay.
Just down the street, so it wouldn't be too far. Man, I can't get this one. I know the car guys are there. You're already in Florida, so I'm assuming you're going.
Yeah, that's a little 1 hour slide for me.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
Nice. Okay, I'm really struggling with this one.
I'll be hauling my my little cargo camper, so I'll be sleeping on site.
See, that's what I'd like to do. I just don't have that set up yet, and it's okay. I don't know if my wife's going yet or not. I'd like to take her because she never really travels anywhere, and I do all the time. But
so when I say cargo camper, it is in all actuality a 6x12.
Oh yeah,
enclosed. Yeah.
I thought of that. We have one in our county. We have an MCOM trailer, and it's just made with those white trailers, right? With the fold down the thing on the back, like you could put an ATV in it if you wanted.
Yeah, the ramp.
The ramp, yeah, thank you. And then the door on the side, and it works great. We've used it for parks on the airs, field days, and all sorts of stuff.
I would love to have a dedicated, like, go out and play radio trailer.
I would too.
I would probably never leave.
Well, the funny thing is, when I look at that one of ours, I thought, dude, I could have this, and what I would do is I'd put a fold-in cot on one of the walls, It would just fold up and I could sleep in it. I wouldn't need a separate RV.
I know a gentleman in St. Augustine, his entire ham shack is in a trailer outside of his house.
Yeah.
And I think I was trying to allude to him, like, why don't you have your radio stuff in your house? And he looked at me and he looked at the house and he looked like around the shack. And then I looked around like this shack in a trailer that I'm standing in. I'm like, oh yeah, his wife would never allow this.
Yeah.
Like their house is immaculate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've had to clean mine up a bit. I mean, I like things clean too, but my wife likes it. Like she doesn't like wires everywhere. So I try to do a good job at hiding all the wires.
Oh, you're a good husband. I make them suffer.
Yeah, it's I've got it good. I've got it pretty good. Oops, I think I may have crossed that one. Can't tell. See if I can get it to go up. All right, I think it's okay. Yeah, I like to keep everything neat. I'm actually looking at mine now, even though I redid it like a year ago. I'm tempted to redo it all again because of all the streaming stuff.
I think I saw a picture of your desk maybe from a year or so ago, and it looked pretty intense.
Yeah, it's nice, and everything's underneath. I got a cabinet underneath I built, and all the wires go. There's little snaps. They stick to the base of under the desk, and then it's got a snap, and you run your cables through it, and then snap it. So I'm literally got all these little things all the way under, and I've just got everything snaked to whatever length. Awesome. Yeah, it's all snaked underneath, pretty much, except the power cables. You can see the power cables. But
I was late to come on the stream after you sent me the link because I had to pull the Ethernet cable back through the fan that's in the hole in the wall because I couldn't get my damn wireless printer to print a single picture. So
I have so many issues with my wireless. That HP, it's like I keep having to install it and have to find it again. I don't understand it.
So I've had a lot of luck with my wireless printer as long as I'm not using the print service that the manufacturer provides with it.
Oh.
And as long as my wireless printer is connected to Ethernet. That's when it wants to act right.
Got it.
Half of the time.
Because, most of them have that, the Wi-Fi print service. So
the direct to print, yeah.
Yeah, you can just print to it. That doesn't work.
Bluetooth would have been great, right?
Yep.
A small little file transfer, discoverable, pairable.
I'm stabbing myself with little things flying in my face.
Every device has it.
Yep.
No.
Even new radios have it.
Right. Shoot.
You could print from your ICOM.
The fact that these new bow things have USB-C and GPS and color screens makes
crazy.
Me feel so old.
It's crazy. And I got that H3, that TID radio.
Okay.
It's got the Bluetooth built in. I program it just by connecting on the phone or to connect to the computer with the Bluetooth. It's crazy.
It's gonna take all the flair away from my my Baofeng programming skills if just anybody can do it on their phone.
The ones that you've honed over the years.
Oh yeah, I have folders and folders of just absolutely beautifully choreographed programs for the 128 slot Baofeng.
I'm just glad I just hate cables. I'd love to not have all the cables I have.
I want a USB wireless extender, right? Just an RF link. So I don't have to worry about common mode getting into my computer when I'm playing FT8.
Yeah. I haven't finished that bottle off, Michael. I honestly don't use it much. After I wake up and eat, I usually have no problem with my throat. The only reason I'm having a problem right now is probably because I'm talking so much. And it's just a tickle here. It's not like it doesn't hurt. It's not scratchy. There's no drainage. It's just, there's something in the throat that's not right. And so talking, makes it tickle and choke or cough. So I basically go to sleep with those honey lozenges or whatever. And it slowly keeps the saliva going and keeps the throat mostly good. I woke up at 5 today coughing, and I left so that she could sleep. And I just started working in here. So, oh, wait, I have 3. What is this? Oh, it's those 3 things. I think this might be the last 3, besides all the buttons and stuff.
The box capacitors.
What are that box capacitor? Okay, what is the difference there? What's just a shape, or does it do a different function?
I don't have an answer for that. Well,
come on, Ziggy.
There's box type, and then there's electrolytic. I don't have much
Okay.
experience with box type. Let's find out what box type's all about.
Okay, I'm going to scroll up. Or does it have the number on it? Oh yeah, it does, right there. 1.131 maybe. These must be 0.131s, and then a single.
Ah, that makes sense.
563. What's the difference?
I think one is non-inductive.
Oh. Okay, these are C4, C6. This is C7.
Oh, okay. And the box types are much more resilient because they lack the ability to leak.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it looks like you have 2 box types that are the same and 1 oddball. And the oddball is going to be the one on the upper left.
Yeah, this is C4, C6. The looks like 1J100.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And then the 5.4 is up on the C7.
Yep.
And this doesn't matter, right? I don't see any indicators or markings, right? So it shouldn't matter, the box ones, what direction it goes. There's nothing indicating on it.
Yeah, I believe that those are AC capacitors.
Okay. And this was C4, C6.
Oh, it even teaches us right here. It says electrolytic capacitors. It says it teaches us right here. It says electrolytic capacitors are oriented specific.
Interesting.
Yeah. Teaching us that, I guess, no, it doesn't matter. That's probably for the audio circuit.
Oh, yeah?
That's my guess.
Okay. See, I can't even guess what it's for. Oop.
Oh, yep. It comes right out of the amplifier. I was right.
Good going, Ziggy.
All right. Good guess. I'm a good guesser. That's kind of like this hilarious joke at work is whenever somebody pulls up a quote, they'll come find me and they say, guess how much the book says for this job? And dude, I don't know what it is.
You can guess.
Dude, I am usually like $50 or $100 off, like at most.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to have useless skills.
It's totally useless.
Although that doesn't necessarily useless. I mean, that could be put to good use.
It feels useless to me because you would never just go off that. You'd always double check anyway. But
oh, sure, within $50, I'll pay it.
Yeah, if it's the just something about just knowing how the auto industry labels stuff. They label hard stuff easy, and vice versa. Like this one job. Oh no. It's insane that people will pay up to $1,000 for an alternator job.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah. And it's not anything other than, some of these engines, they completely encapsulate the alternator.
Yeah, the newer ones. Yeah, that's the thing. I say I do my own, but that's on cars that I've had. I can't. My wife's water pump went out. So I told the guy, all right, I'll do it. And he goes, are you sure?
Sounds like a timing belt job.
Worse.
Oh no. What could be worse?
Ford Edge. And I'm noticing other cars like this.
So it's an Ecotech, right? Ford Edge.
It's the 6. It's a 6 3.6. Yeah, it's a great engine. It's fast. So he goes, just let us know if you need to. It's not a easy job. I said, okay. So I went back home, pulled up a YouTube. The water pump is on the side between the body of the vehicle, the shock, the suspension, and everything on the right wheel.
Yeah.
You have to lower or raise the engine out of the car to change a $60 water pump.
Oh yeah, I do it all the time. I have to take motor mounts and allow the engine and transmission to all but fall out of the vehicle. So
Ridiculous.
so that I can access certain areas. Yeah, and they use these big like box frame in that area. They could easily shrink that down to some kind of stronger, lighter, smaller device. But no, we're going to take up the whole side of the engine there.
That made me so mad. So I called him back. I said, dude, this is ridiculous. He goes, I know, man. That's just how new cars are being like. He said, look, I'll tell you what, because he was quoting me $3,500. And he probably did something else too. I don't know what else, maybe the timing or something else in there. I said, that's insane, man. And he goes, I'll tell you what, man, we'll do it for $2,600. So I'm like, all right. I switched to these guys at Driver's Edge from Brakes Plus. I've been going to Brakes Plus for years till they charged me $2,200 to do my heater core in my Jeep.
Holy cow.
Because I didn't want to do the heater core.
The Ford Edge takes over 12 labor book hours.
Yeah, it's
What? I bet you it's a triple chain engine is what it is.
So the timing chain?
Yeah, there's probably 3 of them. There's one for the left bank, one for the right bank, and one for the water pump and oil pump.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Let's see. So
I don't even want to think what my 24 Toyota Tundra is made. I probably can't do anything on that.
All right. So my shop's $150 an hour at what the book calls at 12 point whatever hours comes out to basically $1,800 in just labor.
Yeah,
and so what was your quote?
Gave me a good deal. Initially, it was like $3,400 or $3,500. He dropped it down to $2,600.
So that leaves him $740 in parts, which basically comes out to about maybe $350 in parts plus markup. So yeah, his quote sounds pretty much spot on.
Not bad.
No, that's spot on. Yeah, it's for anybody that doesn't know, mechanics double the price of the part.
I was going to say
we charge a lot for labor.
His second quote is not bad, but his initial quote was high.
His initial quote was high. Yeah, no, he was highballing you there. That's for sure.
But I'm sure they do that to then make you think you're getting a deal.
So at the same time, right? Like I could easily charge customers that 12 hours or whatever, but if it's one of those things that we knocked it out after lunch kind of thing, we can usually come in at about half what the quotes are that you'll pull up online. And then that just blows the socks off of them, and it's no sweat on me. And then I've got a customer for life.
Well, yeah.
So that's how we do it.
Those guys at Brakes Plus were always good to me. And then I think they put the new hire in there to do my 2000 Jeep Cherokee's water heater or heater core, which is in the dash. You could take the whole dash out, right?
Right.
And I just didn't want to do that. I've done everything else on the Jeep I did everything else. I'm like, I just don't want to do it. And they quoted me like, I don't know, $1,700, $1,600. I'm like, all right, I'll pay it. And I got it back. It didn't work. I said, guys, this is pumping out 50-degree temperature in AC. He goes, oh, we'll look at it. He said, oh, we got to replace that little canister outside. Forget the name of it. The AC canister.
The dryer.
Yeah. Just get that thing that has the tubes coming out of it. And I go, okay. I said, how much is that? He goes, well, I'll tell you what, we'll just do it for another $200. We won't do the labor because we should have done it before. Yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. So now I was at like $1,900. I get it back. I'm like, it's still not doing it. I've got it on full AC. I said, this thing was ice cold before. Took it back in, and this other guy, not the guy I normally deal with, he goes, well, these old cars, it's 20-something years old. These old cars, their AC just never does blow cold again. That's just, I'm like, dude, it was just blowing cold. Like, do you think I'm stupid? This is the second truck I've replaced AC on. I said, dude, no, 50 degrees is not AC. I said, this thing was blowing in low 40s before I brought it into you.
Upper 30s, lower 40s.
And so, long story short, I figured it out after basically about $2,000. The idiots, when they put the dashboard back in, the blender door was not put in the right position. So when it switches between So from top view, when it switches from AC to heat, it closes the other side, right?
Sure.
Your little switch. So what they did is they probably put it in wrong. And so when I switch to AC, it leaves a little gap of the heat still coming through. So it can't do full AC.
Oh my gosh. A simple mechanical issue.
Exactly. It's a stupid plastic door that I have to take the dashboard off to fix. So what I did was I just bought a tube and some hose clamps, and I just do a bypass. So now inside it goes from the AC line inside the Jeep just loops at the heater core, the firewall.
Yeah.
Instead of going in the heater core. So during the winter, it's disconnected. And then during the summer, is that right?
No, you got it.
Yeah, during the summer, I don't want the heat going inside. So during the summer, I disconnect it. I put the U in there, and then during the winter, I reconnect the heater core. That's what I have to do after paying them $2,000.
So I want to find a barbed 90-degree valve, and I just want to cut my my leading hose that goes into my heater core and just clamp one of those in, and then I can just go, just stop the flow, right?
But does it not have to rotate through? Is that two hose system literally just for the heater core?
That's a second loop. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That'd be so
nifty,
much easier, dude. Awesome. Not that it's hard to change it, but that would be even easier.
Yeah, you just reach in there and turn a valve.
All right, let's go.
We're done with capacitors.
Yeah, I was thinking I could go under it because that's how I figured it out. Because when you look underneath the plastic casing of the heater core and the blender door here, well, the motor is on the outside. And there's a little arrow that's supposed to line up with a black line on the casing. And so when I moved it, that arrow moved and it doesn't line up with the black line. So they didn't line it up. So I'm wondering if there's a way that I could access it from underneath, cut a hole and reseal it. I don't know. It's a 2000 Jeep Cherokee. I'm not overly worried about it.
Yes, you can always cut a hole in your own vehicle.
I can always cut a hole in.
Hey, there's instances where I have to ask permission from customers. I'm like, hey, I can do this cheap or I can do it expensive.
Yeah.
If cosmetics are not your thing, boy, do I have a deal for you.
Okay, so I was about to solder on the wrong side. Because the speaker's going to be on the other side, the LED's on the other side.
Big John just got out of eye surgery.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's still under the local anesthetic.
Someone to record him quick. Okay, let's see.
He looks happy. He looks really, really happy.
The LED shouldn't matter, right? Which way it goes in?
Oh, yes, they matter.
Does it? Because it's got a flat side.
Yeah, so the flat side on D2 is going to be left-hand side. And
is that the shorter of the two? One is shorter.
Yeah, so the shorter one's going to be pointing to the left, I believe.
And that's with the board flipped over, right? You're talking about
off
the document. You're looking at the document.
Oh, our board is upside down now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So going shorter to the left still.
It's silk screened on there, isn't it? I think I see a little flat spot on there.
Yeah, this is flat.
Yeah.
So the flat is what again? Is that for the shorter leg?
That's the shorter leg.
Okay, I forgot. Do I take this white thing off, or does that stay on there?
That stays on there. That's your spacer.
Got it. I think I got this right. Plus, shoot, I think we're almost there. We can almost test it.
Yeah. After this, we plug some sockets in and throw a 9-volt on it, and then you just, I guess we just plug in our display. Oh, the display's got a little bit of a hardware action to it, but we can skip that for testing.
And we know I have plenty of 9 volts to test it with.
We can give it more than 9 volts if we want. Have you seen where the guys put those, like, a million of them in series.
9 volts?
Yeah, because you know how they like plug into each other.
Yeah, what did they do?
I mean, these guys screw around with like tens of thousands of volts coming from, a DC power source from a bunch of old dead 9 volts, and they're making like arcs like, 6 and 12 inches, like dangerous DC arcing voltages that there's I guess the guy he works for some company that changes out all the 9 volts in hospitals or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he's got them on tap.
Nice.
Yeah, so he plugs them all into each other and does really dangerous stuff.
We'll see with the new fire smoke alarms being lithium and a 10-year battery built in, there's less and less things to use 9 volts for. Now you just buy your smoke detector. It's got a built-in 10-year battery that you don't change. Come on.
And it's probably just as cost effective just to change the whole unit at that price point for that battery.
Oh, yeah. What are they, 20 bucks, I think?
You're right. I got on 75 meters last night, and I realized why I don't get on 75 meters anymore.
A bunch of colonoscopy stories.
I mean, no, I would have died. I would have begged for colonoscopy stories. No, it was everything that you don't want to hear.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's awful.
All right. Speaker switches and line in, I guess, for the key. Oh, and then the screen. Let me clip these. I got to say, and it was another thing I got off of a TO video, the USB soldering pin. Freaking amazing, man. This changed my game.
Did you ever plug it into something that measures like current draw, like something like this?
I could.
I'm curious how much current that thing pulls.
Let me think. I think the one I have, is it here? Oh, I got it right here. Hold on.
I'm really intrigued.
Oh, but you know what the problem is? It's a USB-C, and this is not.
Of course.
Do I have an adapter?
Nah, not the other way.
No.
Typically not A male to C female. Anyway,
Yeah.
I've got it. I need to just pull the trigger or ask for one from Santa or something like that.
Yeah, it's just, first of all, changing the tips out is easy. It heats in like 3 seconds.
I could take it with me out in the backfield instead of running 200 feet of extension cord.
Anywhere.
That's what I do right now.
And then the other one, which Simon on Ham Jazz did, was a butane one. I've never tried, but he loved it. And he was showing how he had it, out in his yard somewhere, that he didn't want to run an extension.
Yeah, the
man,
butane,
this side just
that's like the go-to in the mechanic world is like Snap-on sells a butane soldering iron. The problem is that there's no heat control.
Oh.
So you're either too cold or too hot and never where you need to be. And then by the time you get it right, you've run out of butane.
Well, I've never understood like how to determine temperature for the solder you're using. I just turn it on hot, really hot. Like right now it's at 390 C. I think it only goes to 400. Oh, it goes to 420. But I'm at 390.
So here's a test for your solder. You want to split it, maybe do 200 and sit there until it normalizes and see like, is your solder going to melt at that temperature?
Mm-hmm.
And if it does, you're obviously still hot enough. You kind of want to find the delta, right? Of where where it almost wants to melt, like the solder gets soft, and you want to note that temperature, and then you could swing up, for delicate soldering jobs, 50, no more than 100 past or whatever.
So I'm wondering if I've never tested it to see.
And you would have to do that with, each batch of solder that you get, because they're all different. Yeah. You can never get the same type of solder twice in your life.
I thought I got leaded. It doesn't say lead on the thing. Oh, the warning does. It does say lead.
It better have lead in it.
Yeah, it doesn't say it out here though. I was like, I'm pretty sure I switched back to lead.
My Home Depot sells solder. They have 20 products of lead free and only one little area for where they keep lead solder, and it's always sold out.
Of course. Okay, we're down to the switches.
We got switches, and then did you do all the headers already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 3 of them, unless that's a header with the pins.
A row of pins for the display. You gotta do all them up top.
Oh wait, where is it? Oh shoot, right there.
Right there.
Ah.
Oh, that'll go quick. You could even drag solder that, I bet.
Really? No, I don't think I can do it.
Come on, that's not the spirit.
I would end up connecting them all.
That's when I get it really hot and I just shake it and close my eyes.
I'd love to be able to be that skilled, but all right, let's do these. I guess they do the screed last, I guess. I don't know. So the switches.
Yeah, I snipped this for you yesterday, Paul. Like right here at the end of the schematic, I was like, oh look, it says dipole right there.
Oh wait, where'd you get that?
That's at the end of the schematic that was posted by the Dark Light guy. Yeah, I was looking at it and I was like, it's right in front of my face. That's
hilarious.
They intend this thing to have 2 long wires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must have known that because I initially cut 2 16-foot two 8.5-foot wires. What I thought was I'll start with 10. Let's just see what 10 tunes at. But I haven't been able to set it up somewhere to see if it tunes with 2 8.5-foot wires.
It's not going to because of the 450 ohm presentation.
So why is he saying dipole then if it's a balun? That's
both. 2 things are true. So
it can work.
Yeah.
But what kind of SWR are you going to get on a dipole?
Well, so that's not this is where it all falls apart. If you put any power into that thing, I guarantee it's just gonna become an open circuit.
Because I have nothing, like I said.
What was it? 0.6 watts?
0.6 and 1 watt is the lowest radio I have.
Right, and 0.6 was the tolerance.
Yeah.
I don't even know why they gave us that tolerance in the first place.
You'd think they do listening. At least. Yeah, they're probably just made for shortwave listening.
That's exactly what it is. But
they just don't say that.
That being said, we can still tune the harmonics.
Yeah.
To fall favorably where we want to. And at 450, I know it's going to happen throughout the HF spectrum. It's going to have like anywhere from 2 to 3 harmonics generally, and a real lossy area as we get higher. But we can actually adjust the length of your dipoles to get those in the favorable areas of interest.
Well, that's what you did with yours. You ended up with 60 and 80 or 40 and 80. I forgot.
It was a 40 and 80.
40 and 80.
And I presented a 75 ohm impedance directly at the dipole's feed point.
Yeah.
Which it, matches to inherently being a dipole.
Yeah.
And then so that's how I was able to get my swirls down to 1.06.
I honestly, dude, I'm serious. When I said that, I think it would be very cool to angle those 90 degrees from each other, put it about 25 feet to 30 feet and see how it does on 40 and 80 on NVIS.
I heard you say that. And all I have to do is just walk out there and pull my ground stakes up and then walk them and then set them back. And then I can go deploy that exactly how you said.
Just set it up. Set it up. So just do it at night, 7 o'clock, and then just run 80 until you go to bed and early in the morning. And it'd probably be amazing.
The problem I have with 80 is because it was like the watt trash challenge, is that I don't have a proper balun at the feed point because I just have coax run up there, the old school New Ham way. Yeah. So I have on the fundamental of the longest element, I have the worst common mode problem. And in fact, didn't I send you that little video clip of the LED lighting up?
Yep.
Yeah, that was my USB cable getting lit up with RFI
Oh, really?
from my radio on 80 meters. That's how bad. That's how bad the common mode was. And I was so excited when I saw that little LED light up. I was like, my RFI detector or my common mode detector works. It was the first time I'd ever seen it work, and I've had it for like months.
That's what my ring light was doing with the UHF. Hey, on these switches real quick, does it matter which direction they go? I saw no markings on them.
Let's see if they're complex switches. I don't think that they expend the money for complex switches. Let's see. No, I think they're just colors.
Yeah, I just got a small square ring light from Logitech, and it works perfect.
Oh, for the camera. A ring light for the camera.
Just right here. Yeah. So this little light, and I tested it. So the ring light I had was a big ring light, so that my camera was in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So that, and it, as opposed to this one, where it's the little LED diodes, it was some kind of, I don't know, circular diode with longer wires maybe, and it was collecting that UHF signal because it was like that big, like 8 inches across.
No way.
This little square one and the two big square ones on the sides don't do that because I don't think they have long enough wires.
Oh,
maybe.
Man.
I don't know.
You were lighting it up with a little RF, huh?
Yeah, just the HT right here with 5 watts.
That's fun.
It would flip. It would flicker my ring light, and then I'd have to unplug it, plug it back in. It screwed it all up.
Did you peruse the VFO and try to find the frequency where you could get them the brightest?
You know what I should do is I should try to make a QSO off of it. See what frequency I can do with it.
Four switches. And then what is that? Those are like eighth inch stereo jacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or 3.5 millimeter. Is that 8? I don't know the conversion.
I think it's 8.25 or eighth inch.
Yeah, and then the bigger TSRs are a quarter.
No, you're right. It's 3.5 millimeter. That's how you say that. I don't think it's called eighth inch. Might be the same thing.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to do what Mike said and switch to metric.
Well, the math is easier. The life change is not.
No, the math is a lot easier. Because I think about it every time I do an antenna. I'm like, oh, okay, 40 meters. A half wave is how long? Oh, 20 meters. Well, how many is that in feet? You know what I mean? It's like so.
Right. It's an extra step for us.
Yeah, it's so simple to just do metric.
Every time I use my antenna, what app is this? My amateur radio toolkit app. Every time I use it, and I've got to switch it from metric to feet. Every time
Yeah.
Every time. Yeah, they don't even give you the option in the app to make feet like the standard unit by default.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have to switch it every single time.
Jeez.
If that doesn't say something.
Well.
Oh, hey, you know what? I could model. I think I can model your.
Oh, I was going to ask that. Do you know how to use that antenna modeling software?
The antenna modeling software, yes, kind of. I love to play with it, and I can make it do awfully good things. But I was talking about this Sim NEC software.
Oh.
So let's see.
Is that the one you just used on the last video?
Yeah.
Yeah, I downloaded it after that video. I haven't used it yet.
Let's assume 50 ohm feed line. Let's assume our antenna is.
I'd love to learn how to use that ML.
My Manigal.
Yeah. I've never figured out how to use it. I would love to learn how to use that.
I can do this.
Yeah, Jeff's got it. 3.5 is 1/8.
No, 3.5 is a 32nd, right? Wait,
because I know when I was doing the audio mixer.
3 is almost 1/8. Got it.
when I was trying to hook up a physical audio mixer, I remember it was all 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch, I guess, in the audio industry.
There we go. Here we go. Here's our 450 ohm modeling. What's
this for?
So I'm simulating the perfect dipole situation with that little 9-to-1 unon at 450 ohms, and then I'm going to try to see from 3 to, let's go 50 megahertz.
Let's see if these stereo jacks are the same. I'm going to assume. Yeah, it's 2. Actually, their instructions are pretty cool, pretty clear.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that's what I wanted to know. I'm not going to be able to tune with this, but what it did answer for me is how awful that thing is going to be at listening.
Listening?
And at unfavorable frequencies, right.
Well, then, that's weird.
Well, no. At certain harmonics.
So obviously it depends on the length of the wire, but they're saying 6 through 160.
Yeah, depending on the wire. So if we had,
are they expecting you to do one frequency?
All right, so I get it. So how we can fix this is if we just put the longest wire possible, the chances of us landing in a favorable area are higher. You like my science over here?
Honestly, if they do a longer wire, we're going to get frequencies that require longer wires better. I'm serious. I think that's what I told you. I think was that I'm just thinking of doing the longest wire I can find that encompasses my entire side of the house, backyard. I'll put a little disconnector at the gate, and then when I want to use it, just reconnect it. But keep it disconnected so family can use the gate out the back. And then use it as like a ground loop kind of a thing, listening.
Loop on the ground. I want to do a loop on the ground.
Frank Ham Radio Wilderness did one a while back, did a video, and I've wanted to do one ever since he did that.
So yes, I am using transmission line simulation software to kind of get a rough idea of how good and bad a 9-to-1 is, and the truth is terrible. The truth is so bad.
We can't handle the truth.
I know. But you know what? Random wire antennas get the most new hams on the air.
Yeah.
And once I finally heard myself say that out loud, I was like, okay, I'm a random wire fan now.
Well, that one you did on the challenge was random wire, wasn't it? Or was it cut?
I
can't remember.
You're talking about my dipole?
The one off of the inverted L or whatever it was.
That's a, what do we call that? A Chronos. So it's a big ass Poseidon.
Oh,
you're talking about what I was using during poker.
Is that what I don't know. Remember, I just remember either the video or picture you showed me. I thought it was you. Because you went up and didn't you stretch it across like an entire park? It looked like a park.
Oh, you're talking about the 5-to-1?
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. The 5-to-1 from the alpha thing.
The way that thing works is so crazy.
Their match or the way you have the antenna set up?
The way that the transformer works.
Yeah. I always just call all those things matches.
Like it's basically like having a long wire connected to the center pin of your dummy load.
Mm-hmm.
And if the RF finds it to be more favorable to run out the wire, the dummy load will still create the match.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's kind of how I've worded it in my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I call it a presenter transformer, because you don't know what's going on the other side of it. You'll never know.
Okay. they want me to solder it to the LCD thing first, I guess. Short it into that.
You ready to do the 16-pin solder challenge there?
Yeah. Here we go.
Come on.
Okay, so this one shows short end through this side.
I hear some keyboard action in the background, and at the level that it's at, have you ever been on hold or whatever with the automated system, and they throw in that fake keyboard action, like you're actually having actually having a real moment with somebody?
Okay, you shouldn't. I forgot. I was having, when I first started the stream, they said my audio was bad. I rebooted everything, but I had turned off my D-gate and noise removal. You shouldn't hear it now. Hopefully.
Oh, I kind of liked it the other way. I added some ambience and some openness, because now you just cut in and out.
Yeah, and that's what I don't like.
We're talking on the radio.
Yeah, none of us want to be talking on the radio.
Yeah, you took away the organics.
About Thomas.
What?
Type on your keyboard.
I heard it.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Thanks. That's all. Stop typing.
Loud?
No, not loud.
No. It's just I didn't have my noise suppression.
Oh man, that gate is so sharp.
Is it?
That audio gate? Yeah, that is a hard cutting gate there. It's like you got Vox on.
Is it? Yeah, I need to change the threshold probably.
Oh, somebody's talking to me in the chat. I done forgot we're on live stream. I'm just hanging out with you, Paul. Not paying attention.
It's all good. Well, usually I hear something. I haven't heard a single
ding or a dong or
nothing. No dings or dongs.
Let's see.
2-to-1 or 4-to-1 for Delta Loop.
HF Kit sells a 2-to-1 for a Delta Loop. Okay, so they want you to transform into 100 ohms. Antenna stuff I've read says 4-to-1. Thoughts? So so the transformation has a lot to do with the length of this loop, right? So if we had a smaller loop, we would need less transformation. The fact that this is called a kit from HF Kits, I'm curious to see how much wire they pack with the kit, or that they suggest. So I have seen people do loops with anything from 2-to-1s, 4-to-1s. I've seen people use 9-to-1s. I've seen people use 6-to-1s. I think it really depends on I guess you could just basically figure it out if you just analyzed your antenna. You could see the impedance that it's presenting, and then you could purchase the correct transformer after that. Would be the smart way to do it. It's the same thing I do with my infeds, as far as spacing and number of turns. You just got to throw it up there and see what it does. And as long as you know what you're looking at, you can add or subtract stuff to get it all dialed in so that you can sleep at night. I don't sleep much.
I noticed that with the text. You said a text like 11:30 or something. And
oh yeah.
I was like, wait, or no. And then there was one early in the morning. I'm like, dude, did he even sleep?
Yeah, I average about 4 hours.
I can't function without it.
Yeah, I've got one in kindergarten, one in first grade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the whole morning routine is kind of like a blind thing. I don't even realize I'm awake. Sometimes I forget I've taken the kids to school. Like I'll just have a moment during the day. I'm like, shit.
As long as you don't forget to pick them up.
Oh, and that too. I've already picked up the kids, and I'll just have moments. I'm like, shit, did I pick them up?
Hey, we're getting the
inaugural plate, huh?
The plate out
All right.
here to do
Is there a screen protector on that screen?
Right now, still, yeah.
Okay, good.
I wonder if I need to take it off. I can wait, I think.
No, you gotta peel it half off and just leave it like that.
Yeah. Okay, that fits.
All right, so our buddy says he's got an 80 meter.
What's that? Oh, he's got a loop?
I think he wants an 80 meter loop. So we need to figure out what kind of balun is best for an 80 meter loop.
Okay, I guess that's the way it goes. Oh, whoops.
You know what I love about Chat GPT is that it doesn't care or judge you based on your spelling mistakes. So I don't correct my spelling mistake. Yeah, I don't correct my spelling mistakes whenever I type on keyboard to it because it can see right past them as if they don't exist.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I don't bother correcting my prompting. So my chat just fired back with this. Let me see if I can't put it on screen just so you guys can see how my model. I have a persistent model.
Oh, Jeff's building one. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, homie. Right there at the top. For an 80 meter horizontal loop, the typical transformation ratio balun is a 4:1 current balun. This works because the impedance of a full wave loop antennas usually are somewhere between 100 to 200, depending on height above ground. See?
There you go.
I know a thing.
He knows some stuff.
I do. And so the 6:1, right? I think the pros use 6:1s. 6:1 show up when folks are using loops designed where the impedance is a little bit higher when they measure it at the shack. 6:1 isn't as common as the typical 4:1 for an 80 loop, unless the system has a specific quirk, and you can go ahead and guarantee that your system has a specific quirk. 6:1s are also probably favored amongst some because of their multi-banding ability, where higher impedance matches desired for certain scenarios. For most standard 80 meter loops, a 4:1 is the go-to. Oh, and also I actually used AI to help dial in my antenna. Now that may, like off the cuff, sound like I don't know what I'm doing, but I was actually like giving it like J and X values and telling it what I was doing to the antenna, and it was giving me directions there after that. And then I would report back with those new values, and it would calculate the next move.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, dude. I don't talk to me about AI because I am on the dark side.
I've used Microsoft Designer quite a bit for images and stuff, but that's about it. I'm trying to do all 4 screws at once. It's probably not the best way to do this. Oh, shoot.
Oh.
I can't do this right now. I haven't even put the
chips in.
Yeah, that might help.
So the chips, they might need a little bit of pin straightening.
Okay. What? You mean this pink foam's not going to hold them perfectly?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so just lay it on the table and just get those legs just at 90 degree.
They line it. This is what I like too. They've got the notch in here matches the notch on the schema on the print. Well, they all look pretty good.
That's the one thing about building a kit is that you have to make it to where you can't mess it up.
A little too wide. That it?
Looks good.
As far down as it goes?
I guess so.
Okay.
Not very satisfying.
No, it just feels like it should go farther. I still see some of the narrow pin part, not the. But maybe they're just extra long. Are these two the same?
No. You've got.
Oh yeah, LM386
up top.
Oh wait, which one is this? This is the other one.
The 4901 goes at the bottom.
What's the other one?
The LM386 goes at the top.
Oh, well, I guess this is it. 386D. There's no LM or anything else.
Yeah, 386D. I'll vote for that.
Yeah, these pins are messed up.
The 386D is a low voltage audio power amplifier chip.
So the little round divot goes on the right?
Sure does.
Okay. Yeah, that one went in further. So this one's not going in all the way. There we go. There we go. Okay.
Did it go down?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I got the other one down further too. It felt like it should, but it was giving me so much resistance. I was afraid it was going to.
It didn't go crunch when it went down, did it?
No. I think it's just got to get in that metal. Yeah, this one is the. Yeah, that one's hard to read. 4901.
Yep, on the bottom.
And then the pins on these small ones are all screwed up. The big one was fine. Okay.
What is this thing? The 4901 is a single channel 8-bit digital to audio circuit with an external voltage reference pin and an SPI interface. That's a pretty complex little chip there. It offers high accuracy and low power consumption. Various packages. It's part of this family, which are single channel 8-bit, 10-bit, or 12-bit DACs. Very high accuracy and low noise.
Oh my gosh, this is just going to be weird.
Wow. So it's got some kind of serial interface, and then you can calibrate it.
Oh yeah,
like internally.
Okay. Like with like an EEPROM programmer thing or something, or
yeah, somehow, yeah. It's got a pin. It's got some kind of SPI interface. I wonder what that means. Serial peripheral interface. Yeah. So it's got a serial connection on there.
Wow.
That's awesome. That's a great. I'm sure the thing's not cheap. What do they want for that thing?
The whole kit, or just that programmer?
Just that chip.
Oh, just the chip.
It's about $1.
Oh.
Which is expensive for a little chip like that.
For that little chip?
Do we have to have the plate?
I don't think so. But that's not very easy to get in.
I was thinking we would just slam the screen. Oh, you don't. Wait a minute. What?
Because then I'm gonna have to solder this when I'm done.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I thought that there was a receiver set of sockets that the LCD plugged into. No, we actually have to hard solder the screen
Yeah.
on. I get it. Okay, so we have to have all of our spacing. Everything's got to be right
Yeah.
where it needs to be the first time.
Okay. Yeah, this is kind of a pain in the butt because you got your spacer. Another spacer.
I think I'm gonna mix it up this this coming year. I think I'm gonna put all the in feds away, and I'm gonna start playing with off center feds.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I was running one for a while out of here. Maple Studios, I think.
that's an
Canada.
adorable name for an antenna company.
Yeah, it's Maple something out of Canada, I think. Oh yeah, that's not going to be easy to get to.
What?
Well, I put these two outside ones in so the pins would stay lined up.
Okay.
Now the next ones to put in are inside there.
Yeah. Does it need those internal ones though?
I don't think so.
I mean, just four corners, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I could tighten these and then I can solder it and then we're good to go.
Yeah, because all that's right where it's going to land anyway.
Yeah.
Ape was telling me he had to go for an overnight field trip for the company, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I think he had just built this thing, and he got the CW bug, and he said I was like, Ape, are you gonna bring a radio or anything? You know, he's like, no, I'm just gonna bring my CW trainer. And I was like, are you sure, man? You don't want to like pack a Game Boy or something else? Like,
oh, I guess I got to solder the battery thing on here.
he said, I've never seen one of these personally or touched one, but he said it's not very pocketable.
This MCT thing.
Yes. So they need to redesign this in a more like portrait kind of.
Whoops. Yeah.
So you can stick it in your back pocket, because you know how many ladies would you just busted one of these out of your back pocket, just casual conversation.
Yeah. Hi. Put your glasses on.
I just said you're beautiful. In dits and dots.
Pull out all those one-liners in CW. Oh, I just cut it.
I've got
my wire strippers.
I've got to admit to you, I pulled this line on this chick, and it was not supposed to work. Right? I was like just trying to be a comedian.
Yeah.
And I was going through like this breakup with some other girl at the time, and like we were chatting, and I said, I know somebody that's going to be single pretty soon. I don't know why that worked. That's awful.
Hey, whatever works.
Implying that I wasn't single at that moment, right?
Yeah. Well.
Oh boy.
If I cut this again, I'm gonna have to get my strippers. I cut it again.
Oh, you're using
hold on.
laser sharp side cutters. What you saying, buddy? Timmy fell down the well. And then he climbed out of the well. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have just a room just for just all my radio and have it all together.
Where is it now?
Well, it's in the office. I built a desk behind me. I built this desk here. So my wife and I's computer's here. All my radio stuff's on this side. And because her desk is there, I have this square here to work in. I don't really have a place to put tools and things. She doesn't really want tools in the house anyway.
This
But-
is what would happen if you had a whole room, though, Paul. Let's be honest.
Well, as long as she didn't come in, it wouldn't matter. But if she ever came in, she'd be like, "What happened here?"
I want to do a live stream on this bucket and this bucket alone right here.
Do
This
it.
bucket has plagued my life for 10 years.
I think I've only done 2 videos.
All wires.
Because I've got 2 big buckets of stuff, tubs, just stuff I've purchased over the years, like MFJ's apartment antenna and wires, and I've got that off-center fed up there. And it was something, I think I was titling it "What's in the Attic" was going to be that series of videos, but I've only made 2 of them. The other one was "Will It Tune?" And I was taking that alpha match from Alpha Antenna, and I was just connecting it to whatever I could that was metal and see if it would tune it. And it does, of course. My wrought iron fence in the backyard, I made QSOs with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that alpha thing, it literally it puts everything under 2 to 1, pretty much.
Yeah, you can load anything up with that. I wanted to load up my little cargo camping trailer,
Yeah.
but I've installed a mini split onto it.
Okay.
And I don't want to into it
Well,
and risk damaging my $900 mini split.
Yeah. That was a decision too, man. I'm like, I want to get a good one, but man, these things are expensive. There's kind of a threshold and they start getting expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right after 1 ton is where they really rock it up. I bought a second one from eBay. I bought a 2-ton unit, and it's been in operation, I think, for a little over 3 years.
Oh, that's good.
And so, yeah, my house is 100 years old. It leaks like a sieve, but that 2-ton unit keeps the house. This house never had air conditioning, obviously, with its age. So, we've got a lot of fans. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I don't think I could handle it without air conditioning.
No, we have air conditioning. So I've blasted a big hole in my wall here, and this is actually the original side of the house. And I've installed a fan, like an actual fan, in the wall, so that I can move air around the house.
So it draws. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know how people lived. I don't get it.
My grandfather, he didn't have air conditioning until the last year, until he died. When I went up there to, help take care of him or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, have I been visiting Grandpa all these years as a child, and he's never had air conditioning in this house? No, because his house is the old Civil War post office for Virginia.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it was split levels, right? It's like. Anyway, the house was split and offset so that the mail couriers could drive up the backside or up and around with their horse and their buggy, and they could just drop the mail packages into the cart.
Oh.
Yeah, they built it on a little bit of a hill, like just for that very purpose. Yeah, it's pretty smart.
That'd be cool though to have that house.
Yeah, and it sits on 500 acres too.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
I said, Grandpa, where's your property line? He said, you see the top of that mountain? To the top of that mountain.
Jeez.
I actually went down to the bank, right? And it's got his original deed documents, handwritten in beautiful cursive on paper that's, disintegrating with every breath that you take. And it was written 43 paces down to the old fallen oak tree by the river, turn.
That's funny.
Yeah, like written in plain English,
I mean, just think of the antenna you could put up on 500 acres.
Get away with so much murder.
This is a moment of truth, boys.
Are we plugging power into it? Oh shit, you've got a battery on it?
Battery's not in. I just want to. So the only thing I haven't done is screwed those two in to hold it in.
That case isn't metal, is it?
This is metal, yeah.
Let's get that out of the picture for now.
Well, I didn't know if I should. Well, wait a minute. What did I put this in here for? There's nothing going to that?
It looks like a little programming header.
Like with dip switches or something?
No. J4, yeah, I bet you that's a programming header.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing left to put together here.
Yeah, look, it's the ISP header again. It's that ISP word.
All right, hold on. Let me get one of these 72. Let me pull one of these 9 volts out of the 72 pack.
Yeah, the ISP header, J4 is used to flash the code onto the microcontroller in the unlikely event it needs updating.
Oh, jeez.
This is typically a factory-only operation.
Are we ready?
Well, you plugged a battery in it. We're already winning. There's no smoke.
No. I just have the.
Okay.
Soldered the wires to the battery box thing.
All right, so we're going in for smoke check.
Yeah, I was thinking I'm going to do this. Let me bring it in.
Yeah.
Bring it in a little bit here.
Please work. Fingers crossed. Oh, snap. We've got blankety blinks.
Okay.
Not good.
Oop. Oh, I see. You're supposed to do the CW with just pushing the power button.
Is there something on the display?
Dude, you know what I didn't do?
What?
I haven't soldered the display yet.
Okay.
That might help.
We'll pull the battery.
That's out. Glasses.
I was about to say, you soldered those 16 pins really fast. I must have missed it.
I know. I just realized I just bypassed kind of an important part. Yeah, you said I could sweep it, so
I saw the LED flashing 3 times, and then my heart dropped. I saw no display. I'm like, that's a post code. That's an error.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
It's trying to tell us something.
Postcodes. Been a while since I've dealt with those.
You remember the postcode card reader?
Card reader.
Yeah.
Where you put it in the slot?
Right.
Yep.
I had I spent the big bucks and I bought like the $200 one when I worked for Tandy.
Oh, wow.
And everybody wanted to borrow it, and one day it just wasn't on my desk.
Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did IT for Boeing, just upgrades and network administrator, not administrator, but I was a nobody. But man, I wish I would have stuck with IT. Figured by now I'd be working from home and enjoying life.
Oh no,
I'm enjoying life. I just hate when I work because I'm gone for 3 days. I'd like to be home now in my old age. I was single and I didn't care. Travel was great, but now I just want to be home.
You're not off the beaten path, because in the instructions they actually they show a picture of a battery connected to it, and then next step, and then the next step after that is step 8, which says solder the DS1 header.
Yeah, I knew that, Ziggy. I knew it already.
You were testing me.
I just want to make sure you were giving me the proper. Okay, now I think we're good to go. Please work.
Oh, come on.
How long is this stream? How long have we been on?
2.5, almost 3.
Oh, jeez. Please. Although T.O. did one thing wrong, or I can't remember what it was, a solder or something. So it's justifiable if I didn't get it. No postcode. Ready?
Hey! Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's a win.
Yeah, boys.
Oh,
Can I take this off yet?
It's gonna be beepity beeps all day now.
Should I do an ASMR peeling of the cover to reflect? Oh, you can see it now. Nice. Oh wait, it's upside down again. Why is it upside down again?
What is upside down?
Isn't the Oh
Everything
no,
looks
I'm
great.
looking at the wrong string. Okay, sorry.
Don't you hate it how OSB does that to you?
Yes. So okay, cool. Training mode. Free play.
Free play it. Let's
Free
see what
play.
you got. Let's see what you got.
I don't know. I got to put a key to it. My keys.
Oh, you've got to be able to use the select button or something.
Oh, probably. Let's see. Whoop, no.
No, I guess not. Maybe right and left. Nothing. They won't even let you use the onboard buttons.
I do have a key. Hold on.
All right.
Because this one's got the big. I'd have to get an adapter. Just a minute.
I feel like that was a missed opportunity. You have the music like not a Rubicon? Okay. All right, I got you. How to do? Hmm.
All right. I grabbed two different ones.
Somebody wanted me to put on the not a Rubicon background track as we were doing this. You know what I'm talking about?
Crap, it's been a while since I've watched his stuff.
Yeah, but I was looking at it, and I think that's a copyrighted track, and that would be the last thing. Last thing I would want to do is play that on your stream.
Well, I even played. I did that short of the antenna and did the what was that rap song? I can't remember anyway.
It was some throwback Jersey rap song. Yeah.
So I did that short, and then when we did the stream Sunday night, I played that short, and they told me it's a copyright, not a strike, but they said you can't monetize. And I was trying to think, well, what the heck?
That came
I didn't
from
do
them,
anything.
right? It came from them.
I'm like, yeah, but because it was from my short, it should be fine, but it's not.
This is the system that we are slaves
to. They've authorized. He's authorized his rap song to go for shorts, not for anything. So basically, what's pretty cool though, I have to give it to YouTube. It said, "What would you like to do?" And I just said, "Remove the song." And 15 minutes later, it took that song clip out. I went and watched the live again. The song clip's gone. Just that audio from the song. It literally just pulled the song out of the video.
I made something with the kids, and I used YouTube as the transfer medium to send like a happy birthday video to some relatives. And I didn't publish it, obviously, but it still gave me a strike because I used, some copyright. Yeah. And I was like, I didn't publish it. How are you striking me? It's not published.
That's not good.
Yeah. So anyway, I have one video in my library that's not published of my children that earned me a strike already on YouTube.
That's so dumb.
I know, and I never published it. I just gave, the family members the link. Just my kids running around in the backyard saying happy birthday or something.
It's not doing it. It's not doing it.
It's not Keynes.
It's not. Oh, wait, there we go.
What was that?
Is this only for straight key?
Is only one side working?
I have to push both down. What does that mean? Interesting.
We might have to tell the device
What it is.
what pins to listen on.
Settings,
I wonder-
volume, pitch, words, keyer mode,
Yeah. don't-
iambic, straight, iambic A, B, and straight.
It's
Just
not. It's not
iambic
straight.
A?
I think most people use iambic B for one
Oh,
reason
B.
or another.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on the soldering and the electronics. Right here is where
And then reverse paddle or not. Sleep, startup beep, reset all, exit.
that's one thing that you guys out there, you got to remember. If you're going to program your best friend's Balfang so that he can start playing radio with you, make sure to delete the factory reset option as a menu option. I gave a radio to my neighbor and he called me up. He's like, I accidentally formatted the radio. And then I learned in the software you can take that ability away from somebody in the Balfang.
Well, something must not be right.
So
It just does that.
If-
It's not
And-
even just doing dit or da. It's doing just. But that's both of them together.
and it only does something when both are together.
Dang it! I don't have a straight key either to test something different.
Oh, just a paper clip in between the yeah.
Will
just
this
one of
solder work?
those- yes, it will. Solder's conductive.
Oh yeah, duh.
Hi.
The solder that I've been making everything conductive with for the last 2.5 hours.
To be honest, when I was Ryan's age, I was playing with solder, and I did the exact same thing to my dad. I came to him with a piece of solder. I said, "Is this by itself? Is this conductive?" And he looked at me. He gave me this look, and I was like,
Never mind.
I was like, never mind. Yeah,
Yeah, sometimes you just don't think.
because it's a different. Well, I mean, I was 5 or 6, but that's how I got started. Dad had the old pistol trigger mechanic soldering iron.
Yeah.
The hours I put on that thing.
Is it one at the tip or one at the base? I forget. So 1 and 2 are.
So the one at the base, that's gonna be your ground, and then.
Okay, so nothing's working with the base.
So we might have a ground connection issue on the board. Maybe we missed a ground. How easy are they to get to? Oh, they're right there.
Right here. Man, I wish I had my bigger magnifying lens.
There should be 5 contacts, are there not?
Yeah, there's 5.
Okay. And nothing.
And it showed them both the same as 3.5. So and they only went in one way.
Only one way. Where was
mean,
that?
it's
Like the first thing you did?
Yeah. If I can zoom in on that.
Oh, they stick straight up. So they're 3 contact. Vertical stereo jacks. Got it.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, they don't go.
I mean, I can kind of see better through this, but it's blurry. I don't see any cross contacting. And they've all got a good solder connection there.
All right, so this is where I actually zoom into the board. So which socket are you plugged into? The upper one or the lower one?
The key is upper.
Okay.
They've got it marked here, so I'm just I plugged it in. You don't think there would be a grounding thing with having those other screws in, do you?
That goes.
It's got metal rings around it.
Oh my. No, they should not be using those screws as any kind of ground transfer.
Hmm.
I
Oh my
say
what?
that. I say that, but I could be wrong.
You said, "Oh my what?"
I was looking at the schematic for the keyer,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to look at the back side of the board.
So far, I've been able to do arrow right, A, and R. So if I can communicate with those three symbols.
Here we go. Okay, so there's my pin, and then that goes straight into my MCU. Okay. And I bet you the other pin goes straight to the MCU. Let's see. This one's going to run up or down? Up, down.
I wonder if I should try the other iambic.
Is that how? Okay, so they're both going directly under the... so here's a good test. It's actually got test points.
Oh.
Yeah, so underneath the main processor, right here, right here, see these two dots, these two white dots? Yeah, these two white dots connect to our keyer over here.
I see it.
See it? One takes the high road, one takes the low road.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the board, one picture about that, it shows that pin landing.
Oh, look, you know what?
There. Did you find it?
I got a resistor that's not
completely soldered.
Nope. I just moved it.
All right.
Let's hope it's that simple.
Man, it's got lucky on that one. That would have been almost impossible to see by eye.
Well, if that's all it is, we'll see. Hold on. I don't trust myself with a battery. They didn't make this thing easy to get in and out of here. Should just slide out. Good grief.
Man, batteries are giving you a headache today.
But I got a lot of them.
First your multimeter, now this thing.
I'll just do this.
Yoink.
Okay.
That seems more logical.
Yeah.
I've always hated. I've ruined a lot of 9-volt connectors trying to get them to unsnap.
That one looks. Yeah, I need my lens to. Okay, let's try that.
That's got to change something. Which resistor was it?
R8.
R8.
Up there by it.
Top, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see where R8.
I'm just going to look real quick at everything else. This one here might not be connected. Oh, you know why I'm not seeing the connection is because this is the other side. Remember I said some I could see the solder come through, some I couldn't?
Okay.
This isn't the side I soldered. I soldered the back side, so this may not be the problem.
That resistor wasn't soldered R8. It connects, I think, directly to the very first either power or ground pin of the display.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it must have been making contact because the display was looking on time.
Yeah, these are all contacting the back side where I soldered. I just forgot. I just realized this is the top side.
So you think you just need to flow a little solder?
I'll do a little bit here. I'll hit a couple of these spots.
Man, we're getting CPU cycles and a dot matrix display. If the keyer's all that's holding us up, I say this thing is still viable.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. And honestly, I haven't used either one of these keyers for actual use.
Yeah, another thing about 3.5 millimeter stuff too is that you never know if your cable's perfect. You never know if the jack is okay because you got 2 failure points there with just the jacks alone.
I could grab another cable too. Give something else a try.
Yeah, 3.5 millimeter stuff is always just a hope for the best type thing.
And now it's not going to power up. What did I do?
You didn't plug the battery in backwards, did you? No, it's keyed.
There we go. Must be loose.
What was it?
Must be loose on the vector. Okay, free play. Now I'm getting nothing.
Try twisting everything. That's probably what it is. I'm looking at the just the profile of your cable.
Yeah.
And I've seen cables where they're not 3.5 millimeters. They're more like 3.4 millimeters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably. Well, now putting them together, I do get the dit. So
that might be your bug. That might be your keyer. Oh, but wait a minute. Didn't you just short the pins out earlier?
And I pulled the jack out further, and now look what I get.
Is it working?
I get the other one. I think it is the cable. And I push the jack in a little further.
Yeah.
I get the dits.
Yeah, because we were missing the ground. We verified that.
So,
we need an American cable.
I need American.
Yeah.
Let's try this.
I need 3.55 millimeters.
Yeah. And this is a little $2 key that probably doesn't even work.
Oh my God! Is that key socket really that bad?
It must
All
be.
right, let's verify cables again. Let's do the shorten out the other end trick.
Okay.
Just so we can make sure that.
See, like is it supposed to be 3? The
yes.
3, yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. And it should technically work with 2 also. It should know the difference. It should see that one was, dead shorted to ground nonstop, but I'm sure that you have to still manually set that. Nothing? Hey, there's one.
Now it's going back to what it was doing before when it's pushed all the way in. I pull it out a little bit, you get the dit. I pull it out a little more, you get the dot.
It's a bad cable and jack combo.
Well, I really don't need the phones. If I have to, I'll swap the phones out to the key and just see if that fixes that. I can try another cable. I have another audio cable.
Try this too. So on the cable that you do have, that that copper cleaner that you use with your soldering iron over there, use it as like a Brillo pad and stick your 3.5 millimeter into it and spin it. Kind of scuff up the I'm thinking that it might have a small manufacturer coating of China on that metal still.
a little China.
I don't know what else to call it, but
worth a try.
Give it a little texture to bite into,
Look at that.
Is it nonstop now?
That's when I play it.
Oh, yeah. Well, we know the ground's working.
Yeah, it's only when I touch them together. And when it's all the way in, it does those 3 characters again. Halfway out, it does the dit, and all the way out, it does the dot. Oh, that's too far. So cable and or jack.
Well, we're gonna pull the cable out of the keyer.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're gonna do that same test again to see if we can get both sides of the
Where's my little
dit daws.
bent one? I got to bend another one, I guess. Okay, this isn't the solder. This is just a wire. Is that conductive?
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, it does the same.
So it doesn't work on the center to ground?
Or neither of them.
Ground doesn't work to anything.
Well, let me push it all the way in. Hold on. Oh, that worked.
So what is that?
That's ground to center. Or ground to, what's the middle?
We'll call that center. Ground, yeah. Shield to center. What about shield to tip?
Oh, okay, those are working.
Hey, it's the bug.
Oh, that sucks. I haven't even used this.
Throw it out. Just kidding.
You know, this is one of those, the China ones.
Oh, okay. It's a clone.
Oh, wait. It's China one. Hold on. Let me try to get the China off.
Oh, there you go. All right.
No.
Pour some alcohol on it.
Yeah, I've never used it. It's got a switch. I would assume that's reverse. This is the cable it came with.
Somebody came back and checked on us.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he said, oh, hell, you guys are still on.
Yeah, but it's done, D. It's done.
And it works. We verified it works.
We verified it works, but this is just how I'm going to have to do it. You ready? Oh, this is going to be hard because it's wide and then narrow. Try to do slow words per minute with no. Oh, wait, no, I have it set in there, don't I? I can't do that. Okay, it works, D. That's all that matters here. Am I in the camera? Where am I?
Yeah, you're good. Oh, man.
Can't
Looks
do
like
it.
you've got a...
All right, it
like
works.
You've got to win. Hey.
But that's sad that this that I bought like 2 years ago, something's not
looking.
right. Something's not right with it. Well, it's green, man. I had to have the green one.
Yeah, it's pretty looking.
You know those little who is it has one? Is it KMRD? Is it Mike? The little straight keys. It's the same company, I think. You get on AliExpress and stuff for like $40 or $35. I got this one instead, but I'll have to play around with this and see what's not connected here.
I want to find my keys and show them before I have to go. Hold on.
Well, you know what I do have. Hold on, guys.
Those. The box of plague.
Yeah, I have my Vibraplex here, but I'd have to unplug it and get all the wires taken out of the back.
Here it is.
All right, D. So see, it works, right? I just can't make any sense out of anything. Anyway, okay, so we know that the box, everything's working, and that cable works. I just gotta get another key.
This is all on the way, Lordy.
So Jeff, do you think it just needs to be? Well, if it's the 2, wouldn't that be for a straight key? Shouldn't the 3 work regardless? Straight key or paddle? Yeah, I'm not getting any connection on this, so it's got to be the key. I'll have to take it apart and I'll have to turn it off and on again. I mean, I see the wire connected. It's connected here. It's connected to that paddle. But I wonder if the center's not connected. Let me rename this live stream for... Oh, shoot. It's an Allen wrench. Dang it. I'm going to take this apart today. I'm going to play with it.
All right, so here's mine. This is show and tell time.
What? Oh my gosh.
I can't face it the right
Hold
way.
on. Let me get you full screen for everybody.
Yeah. So I've got some brass screws and some guitar picks. Let's see. These are some like on the wall cable
Oh
like
yeah.
pipe clamps. Yeah, they give me
Yep.
just the right spring that I need.
Man, that is freaking funny.
Some little piece of metal, but yeah, they just
Yeah. And it works better than my $35 one from China.
and then I zapped it on a piece of wood because I wanted to keep it classy. But yeah, there's if you talk to me on the dits and daws, it's gonna be on this, guys.
Do you do CW fairly well?
No, not at all. I did one contact ever.
I know you were saying you were, but I mean, but can you do it? Or I mean, do you look at a chart when you do it? Do you have some of them down? Do you not?
No. I mean, trust me, if I sat down and gave it a week, we could diddly daw, no problem.
Yeah. I mean, I could look at my chart and do it. I've got the chart here to the right and I could get through something, but like you said, your experience with that guy that was real patient, that's what it'd have to be, is someone would literally have to just sit there and wait.
Yeah, standard. This came off of some old amplifier, so I'm like period correct here. So this whole thing kind of almost looks like I dug it out of some Silent Keys, garage.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think it's funny. It's creative. And it probably would work on this Morse code trainer.
I wanted some keys, Paul, and I wanted them bad, and I didn't have any money, so I went out into the garage.
Well, my first one was that little $15 straight key, and then I screwed it down to a little wooden board.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That little, I don't know, probably MFJ or something. That's out in the garage somewhere. I guess if I could find that, maybe that would work. But long as the device works, so we know the device works. That's all that matters. I'll finish bolting it together, and very cool, man.
All right, dude.
Thanks for all your help, Ziggy.
Man, thanks for letting me hang out with you.
Yeah, I just want to do this more. I kind of enjoy the streaming more than I do making videos and getting people talking and doing stuff, right?
Streaming's easy, right?
Well, and it's easier. I'm not editing anything. I'm not. No solderoids, Michael.
And the cool thing about streaming is that with Studio, you can take your stream and then cut videos out of it.
Yep. Yeah. Shorts, whatever you want.
Yeah. So you can work, trickle down effect.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I feel like I've been working all day, working on this for 2 hours, 3 hours.
Is it really 7:00 where you are?
No, can't be. Okay. Oh no, that's UTC.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Dan, don't say that. I had to look at the clock. You freaked me out.
Sorry, man. I knew that wasn't right. Well, it's right.
Let's go to. So it's on Spark Labs. Let me pull their link. This is not an affiliate link. Right there. And I got this originally from TO. Let me link his. His link is on Spark Labs too. This is TO's link on him building it, which is scaled down to 35 minutes. But
I don't think we could scale this down to 35 minutes.
No, maybe 36. I got to look again because there was one thing that was wrong. I think just a solder piece on his too, so I don't feel so bad.
Was he having the same issue?
No, I'm gonna have to watch it again and see. But I remember there was something. Goes, oh, what happened? He found some simple little thing, but yeah, I'll watch the rest of it and see if he did some kind of testing or if the same kind of thing happened to him. But yeah, it's Spark Labs Morse code trainer. There's a kit for $78, and then if you want them to build it, it's double. It's $150 if you don't want to do it. And one of the main reasons I like doing this on stream is to show people that literally, if I can do this, anyone else can, because I'm no pro at this stuff. I am getting better at soldering, and like I said earlier, this solder pin. Ooh, it's still on because I burned the house down. This solder pin has increased my skill level. So one thing I still do with coax, like 259s, when you're putting new ends on coax, I still go get Luna. She's freaking out on the fence. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I tend to heat too much as I'm doing the center pin. I'm getting better at it. And it starts to melt that white insulation around the center pin.
Need a higher quality connector. We'll have a higher temperature
Oh,
tolerant.
okay. All right.
Dielectric.
Got it. Yeah, because I've gotten nice ones and I've gotten cheap ones, so I don't know which ones I've played with, but
It's easy to figure out.
is it?
Well, yeah, you'll melt the
Oh,
plastic.
just by doing that. I didn't know if there was some kind of test on it or
Yeah.
if they got marked.
Yep. That's my test whenever I get a dice roll off the jungle side or off of eBay or whatever. First time I use it, I'm like, oh, I got to churn through a batch of bad ones.
Yeah, because I've probably gotten a bunch from eBay.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to do all of my connections here. Half of them are the right length, like between the watt meter and the tuner. They're like 8-inch. They're perfect. But I'd like to cut down some of them so that I don't have extra coax behind the radio hanging down.
My buddy was getting about 40 watts of what I call flyback, which is basically, standing wave.
Yeah.
Just because he had a couple of pieces of coax just kind of laying on each other behind his radio.
Oh, okay.
We couldn't figure out where this was coming from because when we went out to the antenna and matched it, it looked great. And then back at the shack, we were getting up to about 40 watts of flyback coming back into the radio. I was like, where? It's not coming from the antenna.
I was just thinking, Jeff. I didn't really play with it, so there's a trainer mode. Let me select trainer mode. You choose your level. Looks like it starts with K and sorry. This might help. So you go to training mode and you can see that it has level 1. Let's go back. Training mode. Level 2 is RS, so it adds a letter to each level. Let's see. Preview characters. Echo back. So there's some more settings there you'd have to play with. There you go. So level 1 is K and AM. Can you guys hear that? Let me closer here. So it shows K and M on the first level. So this is the main reason I got this was because when I travel, this is a sturdy little case that will help me hopefully train. I can train on the plane. I can train in my hotel and just kind of try to get better at some of these letters. Means ham hole instead of shack or QTH.
Yeah,
That's good.
I think he was calling my garage like something out of like Silent Hill, and I was like,
oh yeah, the Silent Hill garage. Yeah,
I was like, I'll go with that.
Shouldn't there be like a couple, like a 12 or 10-inch jigsaw blades and stuff hanging in the back?
I can change the mood here real quick. Let's see. There we go.
You got some light going on. Anyway, so yeah, Jeff, this could be a cool one. I mean, depending on your club, right? 78 could be kind of a steep price for a project, but
this is a learning tool, not so much a project. You're gonna have this skill for the rest of your life.
Yeah. So I think it's awesome. It'd be nice if there was one that was, well, I don't know. I mean, to us grown men, 78's not a whole lot for a product that basically will last your entire life, I would imagine. And I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more 9 volts, so I'm good to go. But yeah, so I've still got to put this on. It's still got the case. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even notice. My serial number is 222.
222.
They got them serialized.
That's got an official serial, like aluminum tag on it. That's pretty awesome.
Tagged.
That's pretty awesome. That's like hospital property tag stuff.
That makes it worth more when I want to resell it. Yeah, so the battery will go inside and then I'll bolt it in and it's in a nice metal case. I mean, it's a good little product. I'm happy with it. I'm glad I finally got around to doing it.
And if you had to protect yourself, you could always throw it at somebody.
That's right.
I'm sure it weighs a pound and more.
with that 9 volt is half the weight. So do you have any projects or something you're going to work on, or is it another antenna, Ziggy?
I'm gonna rip down that 8040.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on with Ape today. We're gonna do feed line stuff.
Oh, okay. Is that 7? 6?
DeSanta's. They give me time in my time, DeSanta's time. So.
Oh, geez. All right, cool.
Otherwise, I'll be an hour early, or I won't make it.
Today's Tuesday, right? So my son comes tomorrow night, so I'll be on tonight to watch. Very cool. Yeah, I always enjoy hanging out with those guys and watching their videos. I think I learned most of my stuff from the guys at Coffee and Ham Radios. It's
nice to be able to have conversations with hams, and you don't get that on the radio. Yeah, we have to come here.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Radio stuff over there. We have to come here to have these conversations.
Yeah, the guys got Ham Radio Clubhouse. They got Nuggets. It's like, I thought about that the other day. I thought we're talking more with each other as a community online than we are on the radio.
Yeah, absolutely. I got You're Not a Real Ham blasted on 75 meters last night.
Oh my gosh.
I was saying that I use FT8 as an antenna performance metric.
Mm-hmm.
And you would have thought I said the most offensive thing to your grandma. Like, these guys like, that's not real radio. You can play with your those aren't even contacts. You're not even allowed to log that. I mean, it was
What
awful.
would he say to testing an antenna and setup with Whisper for an hour and a half?
They just ran off with it, man. And I sat back and
they're so stupid.
I'm sitting here getting railed because I was talking about perfecting my craft.
Yeah.
And using actual tangible data.
It's a tool.
I told the guys, I was like, I came on here because I thought we could all be adults and talk radio and talk antennas. Boy, was I mistaken.
If any of you guys are listening,
it was a real bummer.
Yeah,
it was a real bummer. I was really disappointed.
That's stupid.
Sorry, I use 75 ohm coax and it works for me really well.
Yeah.
I know it's not
typical. It's the same thing. That's the first thing I do because it's even quicker than Whisper. I mean, Whisper is what, a 90-second? 90-second or something?
I do not.
It takes forever.
I do not.
No, it takes forever.
Nope.
That's one of those things where you want to sit it down and kind of help the community by showing propagation and let it run at 5 watts.
Like a dedicated device, right?
Yeah, you want it dedicated, just running. But I use FT8 to be like, okay, cool. This is the propagation right now for my current setup in this configuration at this power. It doesn't mean if I'm hitting you in Florida on FT8, it doesn't mean I'm going to get SSB with you, but it gives me an idea of the range of that setup or configuration. I don't get it.
It's just not. It's just there's science hams, and then there's people that didn't learn a damn thing from memorizing those questions.
It seems like the lower you go on the band, is it lower? I always get that backwards.
It's however you want to think of it.
I know. Anyway, the lower. So we're going from, let's say 10 to 160. I'm going to say lower, but even though it's a higher number,
it's a higher meter and a lower frequency.
Yeah, lower frequency. So even though it seems like the lower the frequency, and as you get into like 50, 80 and 160, you get like the grumpiest, most sad hams out there. Is what it seems like. I don't hear as much that kind of stuff on 10 and 15, and it doesn't seem to happen as much.
Well, I mean, that's just the way it's just going to be.
Okay, so how would you guys say it? Because I always have to think about it a second. Which way do I want to say it? If I'm going from 10 to 160 in chat, would you say lower or would you say higher from 10 to 160? When you're explaining it to someone, I want to go lower. I want to go on a lower band or higher band. Which one would you use? Going from 10 to 160. I should do a poll. I could do a poll. I got to say
that would be. I'm gonna hold my response because now that you got me thinking about it, I can realize in my head how many times I say it both ways wrong.
I do. I don't have a set way I say it. So then I have to think again. Well, wait, which way should I say it?
All right. So I generally think going up.
Mm-hmm.
In frequency. So I say up the band.
That's normally what I say. Yeah. Like going from 3.5 to 3.9, I say I'm going up everyone go up to 3.9 because the number's a higher number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the natural way to say it. But I don't want to offend anybody on 75 meters, so I want to make sure I say it right.
Oh, you've already done it.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all going to listen to this.
It's already done. In fact, after that, he told me, he goes, "Why don't you go edit a video or something?" I said, "You know what? You're right. I've got a video I need to go put on the."
He really said that?
Yeah, he did. I said, you know, you're right. You're right, because I'm wasting my time here, obviously.
Because it's not like you were going on there to contest FT8. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why the comment on FT8. Well, you're going on voice. It started
because I was talking about my latest creation being fed with 75 ohm and how how I've matched it at the antenna.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm using the feed line as a transformer. It started there, and I can just visualize in my head what happens to a lot of young hams. They're like, oh man, let me try to figure out what the hell's going on. Like, what's he doing? And then this guy that's got a 1x2 call, can't fathom the idea. So that's right where I drew my own.
Is it because he has to have 50 ohm, or what? I don't understand why. What? Because to me, it doesn't matter to me if you make an antenna work. I don't care what you use. It's just the balancing and all that. Now, it doesn't mean anything to my non-technical mind.
I think I'm more gangster, doing impedance transformation that he doesn't understand.
Yeah, what you did on that video, you were explaining it. To me, sounds like you're not making it more difficult. What's the word? You're like gangster. You're actually having to craft something to make it work. Yeah, it's not just working.
Not just tuning in an antenna. Yeah. I had to tune my feed line length.
Yeah, you're not just plugging in the LMR 400 with PL259. You're literally making it. You're making something work.
Anybody can make and tune a dipole. Anybody.
Yeah.
That's not a skill. That's
yeah.
You should be doing that before you have your tech ticket, to be honest.
And I'm going to be doing it with a 1 to 9 balun that's 0.683 watts. I will figure out something to do with that thing.
Longest wire. Just run it along the fence. Just the longest wire.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Yep. But I'm going to need the second wire, right?
You're going to need both. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Should that be in the center, or can it be towards the end with a smaller counterpoise?
It can,
or second element, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, so because they're both, I hate this word. They're both electrically isolated. The other word starts with a G.
Yeah.
The center, the center, it shunts to ground. So it's not good. Okay, so in my brain, what's going to happen here is that you're only going to get half the secondary lit up, and it's going to shunt to ground anyway. So at best, you could probably maybe be 25% efficient if the legs were not equal length.
Okay.
Like right out the gate. like we haven't even gotten into core loss yet.
Yeah. So what would be the ideal thing though then? Because you're saying that they're showing it as a dipole. Yeah, two equal
lengths. Yep.
So that means I'd have to run the coax. So then I'm going to add like 20 or 30 feet of coax to it.
Oh, you mean you're talking about for the feeder?
Yeah, just to feed it out to the point where it would be kind of in the middle of the yard square.
Do you have any of these F to PL adapters?
I've got those adapters, yeah.
You do?
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't burn any of your 50 ohm on this project, man. I would.
Do I need to buy some 75 ohm?
I wouldn't burn. I mean, how much does this stuff cost? It's pennies on the dollar per foot.
I've just got extra rolls. A couple 50-foot rolls just for when I do POTAs and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're set.
I mean, if I'm going to set it up permanently, then yeah, I'd probably do something different. But
no, if you've got it, you've got it. I've
see what Jeff said,
but I've always had thousands and thousands of feet of 75. You could remind them that the original was like 72. 50 was agreed upon as a compromise for performance. I don't understand that.
Well, when they agreed
Oh,
upon
the original, right?
Yeah, the
for
original.
impedance
Yeah.
of radios. Sure. Yeah, I don't know the history of that. It sounds right.
If he knew the history, see, Jeff, if he had known that, then he could have said that.
Okay.
And then made them look like fools. Thanks, Jeff, for not being there for Ziggy when he needed you.
It's okay, man. I'm used to it.
You should have been on 70. I almost said 75 ohms. You should have been on 75 meters. No, I think that's probably something I'll try at some point. 75 ohm, one of your 75 ohm things. I think it's kind of cool. It's challenging because I know nothing about it.
Okay, so I have a correction here. I asked my model to do a deep dive on this, and it says no. It says no. The original ham radios never had any specific impedance standard, like for example 72 ohms.
Yeah.
That value was primarily associated with TV antenna systems, particularly with standard dipole antennas in free space, and that's why we have 75 ohm coax for televisions, and then we would use the 75 to 300 for our dipole.
So is the 70? So if I go get a roll of just that standard TV coax, that's all 75 ohm, or should be.
Yep.
Okay.
Try to get quad shielded if you can.
All right. Because I've got some for I have a DX Engineering mag loop listening, that nice listening loop, which I don't even use anymore. I should just sell it, but I don't know how much of that I got. Probably 25 feet. Probably not enough.
So the closure here is when ham radio operators began building antennas like half-wave dipoles, they quickly discovered the 72 ohm theoretical impedance, but matching it directly was a trade-off with minimal loss. So while 72 ohms is related to antenna theory, 50 ohms became the go-to standard for coaxial feed lines and modern ham radios. So there is literally no pure explanation as to why.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I don't understand why someone, I don't know if it's pride or hubris or self. I don't know why someone would say something like that to someone else. That it just doesn't make sense to me in a hobby that's got such a wide range of things to do. Not the FT8 comment, the 75 ohm comment. Why would you care? Why would he care if someone makes an antenna? Why do you have to comment like, oh, that's just stupid or whatever his comment is? It makes no sense to comment on that.
His personality, I picked up immediately. He's just one of those personalities that if he doesn't get the wet stamp seal of approval, either in his mind or during conversation, then it shouldn't exist. And he disagrees.
It makes me wonder if perhaps too he doesn't understand it.
I don't
like
think
I could tell you I don't understand it. Like when you explain on the video, you're showing it. I get it what you're doing, but I don't understand what you're doing.
Sure.
I don't understand the whole ohm thing. I really don't. Yeah. I may be an extra, but I don't get it. I mean, I know I've got a big box of resistors.
Yeah.
But I don't do that. I've never done electronics classes and stuff. I had that little 100 project kit from Radio Shack years ago. I think I made a lie detector or something with it.
So I started off with I think it was the 50 in one, and then my dad checked off every page, and then I got the 150 in one, and then I got the 500, and then he checked off all the 500s, and then I got the 1000 in one kit. And that that was the agreement. He would buy me the next kit, but I had to build every single one. He had to check it off.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and
that's awesome, man.
So this took me 3 years of my life to earn the 1000 to 1 electronics kit.
That's good.
And I actually owned 2 of them.
I think it's awesome.
I lost a lot of parts in the first one, so I bought it again.
This little kit came with that Gigaparts box I opened.
Yeah. And
it says 10 plus, but I'm going to sit down and have my 6-year-old grandson make one. I'm going to help him make one of these. It's really not, it doesn't look that difficult, but I'll sit there and help him, and he can help piece some of the easier things together and make this little telegraph machine and Morse code. So
that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a STEM kit for 10 plus. He's younger, but I don't think you can start him too young.
No. Speaking of starting them young. I gotta start to go pick up this youngin.
Time to go. Yeah,
It's
don't
time
forget.
to go. Time to go pick them up. Or
All
pick
right.
one of them
Well,
up.
thanks again, Ziggy. So we need to do this more often. You ever got a project you want to live stream stuff?
I am available Sunday through Tuesday. Free.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. I'm usually working Mondays or Tuesdays, but Sundays afternoons till my live stream. I'm usually, or we could do it on a live stream. Do it on one of the Sunday night things. So
That'll work.
cool.
I'll see you later
Thanks,
on
Ziggy.
another channel.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
I'll see you tonight.
See you.
All right, guys. Thanks everybody for joining us. And just thought I would live stream while I made this kit. So it turned out pretty good. The Sparkgap Labs MCT-73 got the idea from TO on temporarily offline ham radio and bought it and finally put it together and just thought I'd share it on a live stream. So thanks, guys. I don't even think I have an end scene for myself. I just have the rag chew crew. And so 73s, guys, I think maybe watching Ape is doing something with Ziggy tonight. So I'll be watching that live stream tonight. One quick thing. All right. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Jeff, Michael. Good to see you guys. D, whoever else is still on. We'll catch you guys on another stream or Sunday night. We'll have another rag chew crew. So thanks for watching.